Hola YouTube, ¿cómo están? Regresamos con Valorant Masters Madrid, la segunda partida, Sentinels contra Loud, va a ser una partida muy hermosa, otra final que tuvimos en Américas, ganó Sentinels, vamos a ver si puede hacer lo mismo, pero Loud está jugando muy bien, ahí los veo, peace.
Early presence showed here by Loud into the main with the boombot, walking up behind the smoke. Looking like they want to fight through it. They've got a flash ready and waiting. Potentially, no.
Güey, aquí van a salir, güey, como changos, güey.
Aquí van a salir. Holding for this one, jiggles it.
Lo vio, güey, lo vio.
Here might be calling for reinforcements. And so far, a little bit of damage done. It looks like just a 10's not a re-clear. Going to be called for B main.
And 10's prepping the paranoia in case this Trailblazer caught contact. It didn't. They've re-cleared B main, but not necessarily going to start taking that territory with bodies. Instead, looking forwards to the fight in mid. Kawanzine did not use a fault line at the start of the round, so he's still got that, but it's going to be a gunfight instead.
Yeah, just straight up. I mean, just dry into it, no kit being utilized. Again, want to face with the bodies.
And to be honest,
I
think
that favors
Loud. Yeah, they've lost the breach, but no smokes if they decide to go over and commit to B. And Loud are re-exploring as well. John Cutie and Sewers.
Massive proactivity being caught here by Sadag.
Oh.
John QT left to do so much more.
Wait, pero
deja before the trade comes through, but the B site now opened up entirely for them. Will be that plan. Sassy's out wide into the open. Could have been danger.
I
guess staves it away, and a call is made to try and fight into the spawn. Zelsis. Snakebite now being held, but he's got 3 targets to deal with.
Yeah.
Okay, Zekin right there, vulnerable. Will he be able to get the damage?
Oh, oh, buena! Let's fucking go.
I love watching Sen set up these kind of little plays. You could see it constantly when they were playing against the European teams in the Swiss stage, and they didn't want to offer them opportunities to go for retakes, where they would cook up some kind of post-plant aggression, and they've always got a different idea. That's the great part about this Sen team that took the off-season so seriously. These players now have just a depth of micro plays that they can add in. This one, a snakebite off contact.
Already seeing examples of both of these teams just trying to be proactive. Yeah, I calling that mid push earlier, fighting through into spawn. So I think what I said earlier, both these teams, they're going to be pushing themselves to brilliance. I think you might be seeing it. At least we certainly hope so.
Oh, wow, qué buenas kills.
Korani opened no
Muy buenas kills.
So he will fall.
And I think what you're seeing, at least at the beginning of this game, is Sen taking a very slow approach. That's a big kill. John Cutie going down on A means that this side of the map no longer has any offensive threat.
Oh, second reactions there. Fault line.
No.
Well, there it is. The classic damage coming through. Flash in the end as well, so 10's is shortly behind him with a flash. Kawanzine can't get too much more done. 1 player left. 2 years. Can't see too much danger in the round.
No. And Sentinels were forced to accelerate there once John ended up dying because they don't have information about what's happening on the other side of the map.
Oh, muy buena.
Info, as it relates to these compositions.
Let's go.
Loud constantly need to be jiggle peeking corners, need to be going for those proactive explorations. And that's going to incentivize Sen to play a little slower, to try to punish the jump peaks and see if they can get damage or kills that way. To try to punish the info pushes into mid, that kind of thing.
2-0, güey.
And Loud can't always run around the map pushing on defense with utility because it just makes it so obvious where they're playing. It's a difficult comp to play on
Yo no creo que esta sea una pinche putiza. Obviamente Laura es muy bueno, güey. Pero hay que esperar lo mejor, güey. De aquí de Sentinels. Aquí van a entrar rápido.
Standard. The util being thrown out wide here for that ramp control early. Now setting their sights out into the A.
Oh no. Qué buena kill.
Anchor in position. Tucked nice and tight and safe and really just buying time for the rest of his team.
Oh my god, güey, se estaba poniendo feo. Oh, wow. 3 contra 3, güey. Posible, güey.
Bit of a blunder there for Loud, offering Sen another opportunity to get back into it. Not planted for Heaven. Oh, and the pick goes down to... Now, Sassy is pretty far away, but I think... Yeah, I mean, look at the way that Loud are clearing this. They're expecting a reflank back up.
Holding. Usually going to be the bread and butter of a team like Sentinels, just trying to fight, scale for it. That paranoia, the timing on it. It's immaculate as soon as the nade comes through. Yep, just hearing it and tucked to the corner. Sassy.
Oh no, way.
Taken out now, just 2 will stand, and it could be just a bit of random spray, a bit of random spam that saves the day for them. Celsius traded, pit going down. 10's 1v1. Doesn't really have to gun for it as a bulldog, but will it be all bark or all bark?
Oh, let's go!
Tends to be the latter when 10's is wielding it.
Great clutch there. Enormous round for Sen to be able to pick up.
Let's
The
fucking
momentum
go.
Piling forwards for Sentinels as they win the bonus and knock Loud's economy down. And
Qué
what a
buen
fumble
bonus,
after
güey.
Sadak's able to get a 2K at the beginning. And it's a 5v3. The stun just comes through a little too late for Sadak to be able to follow up on. And then the flood that comes out is late too.
Oh my god.
And they've taken a huge player advantage situation set up by their IGL.
Keep playing together.
Tossed it away.
Oh, y aquí se viene un save, güey. Un save de... Güey, recuerden que a Energy, güey, les dieron una putiza, güey.
And I do think that that's such a key. You know, Loud thrive against teams that opt into the individualism. You saw what they did to EDG.
Oh, yeah.
It was a massacre.
Están baiteando el... Saben que puede estar aquí Breach, güey. Creo que están baiteando sus...
into playoffs, only beating out the Chinese representatives at Madrid.
Neither of whom played that well in their games against Loud.
Put up a fight, really, did they?
But having said that, we know that Loud are an extremely good team when they're on.
Sassy feeling the danger there. The dog spotting out.
Güey, y entraron...
John is so
That's so much info.
wide.
Y entraron, güey. Acá ya entraron a site.
John's like, guys, there can't be anybody B because they're all looking at me in mid.
Lucky to not pay with it with his life. Nade waiting for Loud. Could be some danger if they find a few initial picks rattled off maybe with the Sheriffs, but to use the Trailblazer early. Nade follows through with a snakebite exchanging. The handshake dropping down. Sadak was alone there. There wasn't really much to do with in terms of the follow-up. They have to face it wide though with the aftershock being played for. So much damage done to these Loud players. The positioning's known and noted.
Ah, let's go!
So 3 survive into it with Zekin picking up threes. One away now.
No, so ganaron 2-0, iban 2-0, el otro equipo compró pues su full buy normal y ganaron el bonus Sentinels.
Loud are going to be one away from having a broken economy again. And Sen are starting to get up to key ults. Look how nice as well the Sentinels' utility usage is when they get into a planned scenario. Zekin's holding nade to try to
aquí pasa si gana esta ronda Sentinels. Si Sentinels gana esta ronda, otra vez se les va a ir la economía a Loud. So aquí no, si Loud pierde esta, güey, se les va a ir, güey. Sí, sí, sí. Muy cabrón, güey. Se les va a ir la pinche economía, güey.
You see how there's 2 Viper Orbs layered on top of each other. And that's gonna
aquí va a salir.
Loud have been going for. This is Sentinel's Viper Orb in mid there. You're gonna take a lot of damage if you want to try and fight mid. If you're Loud. And that's broadly speaking what Loud have been doing on this defense side so far. Only 4 rounds in though.
Dog right on cue there, at the minute mark. It's going to be broken for a bit of that mid-round information, but only shown by the one player. So
bueno, saben que hay 2 cabrones en A, güey.
Loud still left scratching their heads ever so slightly in terms of wondering where this might land, but they are starting to guess now correctly with the Seekers. This will point them directly into the right targets.
Sassy's going to pick up the ult orb and get Seekers himself.
30 seconds left. Which direction is this going to go into? They've still got 2 players planted into mid here for Sen, but the spike over towards A, they are struggling to get themselves in. Push and pull.
Pero estos 2 cabrones de mid, güey, son muy importantes. Estos 2 cabrones.
They need options right now, maybe to be granted to them. A bit of spray with the damage, the bullets going wide, but this is such a difficult setup to break
20
into.
seconds left.
What are they even going
20
for
segundos.
here?
Aquí van a entrar en putiza, güey, vas a ver.
Slowing it down, but
1,
really
2
time
y ya.
the worst enemy. It's a team flash. John QT there, close to the corner, cut to wide. Satchel's through and over the top. Kabazine still anchoring. Tucked tight to the corner, Sassy planting the balls on the man to go for that one out wide for a heaven plan.
3 contra 3, güey.
Around, now Zeltas becomes a key player in the game.
He's managed to pick up his orb and reposition it too, so he's got more control over towards heaven. So he's set to try to blind somebody playing elbow. Tenzer's already repositioned up top.
There's no follow-up off of that flash at all. Kabazine with the stun finally now to try and at least attempt that reclear, but you're going to have to be giving this one up. They don't have positioning at all. Zeltas is backed away, playing a really passive position. 10 spots it, backs away, not favor for that fight. They've won out the At least critical ones. Now, no mollies for Celsius.
Let's
He's
hold
holding
it.
to it. Les is
Oh
holding for it
my
and
god.
watching for it.
NT, güey. Qué buena ronda. Qué buen retake de Loud.
Nicely done there by
Qué buen
Loud.
retake de Loud,
Going
güey.
back in, they had so many different things that they needed to navigate. You saw that there was no follow-up on
Qué
the
buen
paranoia.
retake, güey.
That's because they're expecting some utility in response or aggression in response. Look how good Cowanzine is at being able to deal with Zekken flying over
Es
the
que
top of
Les,
him,
güey.
too.
Les es una
And that's,
riata,
as
güey.
usual, the backbone
Creo
when
que
it comes to
si
fragging, winning duels against
Celsius hubiera
and
puesto
Celsius to shut
no
the
en
round down.
cuerdas, pero
That's
poquito
where you
más
see
atrás,
the
güey,
slower
como
pace
por
of Sen get punished. If Loud are not gonna
por
give them
rampas
things
creo que
in
hubiera
the
sido
mid-round,
mejor,
give them
güey,
openings
que
to
bajarse a
punish,
cuerdas, güey, porque ahí perdió un
you still
putero
gotta
de
be able to
tiempo,
make
güey,
your own success
para salir.
with the executes at the end of the day.
Familiar setup.
Dos ultis, güey, so I wonder si aquí va a salir en putiza. Maybe aquí salen en
Not this
putiza,
time.
Not from Celsius.
The other thing that's amazing about that Viper Orb, though, too, is it keeps people in mid because you could lurk through it.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be seeing that one come out to play a little more.
With a present show, though, now with a boom bot.
Los boombots, güey, tuvieron una pelea, güey, en mid.
QCK
Grouping up for A.
QCK and Cowanzine are really close to huge ultimates, too. So Loud being able to put that previous round on the board is just so huge for them to stop the bleeding. Everything was red.
It's a lot that could happen right here now with 50 seconds left. QCK shows it, body checks the dog, breaks it down. Now he's one away from a large older
Sí, vieron a varios aquí, güey.
But now here it is, showstopper. Fault line to stop this one. Zekken was blind as anything, no way.
Oh my god,
Just evades
oh
capture.
my god, second,
Still low
güey.
enough though. 10's now with a TP into the back of the side. That was not punished, and it is that full retake protocol. But already ram control game for Loud. Look at them clearing that so damn proactively.
Meanwhile, Celsius is so far away from the rest of the squad, just trying to find the timing for a late lurk. He might be too late.
There's a kill.
Oh
Here's a
my.
showstopper. Finally online. Rocket round.
Oh
Towards the
my
back,
god.
Sassy.
Está lleno. Buena, buena.
10's has to do the most now. He stands his ground and wins his one out. Cowanzine falling out. Sadek though
It's
looked
been
into this
slowed
position
down.
to Molly to push him out of position.
Oh no.
Zekken
Celsius is here.
finally arriving to the party though. Util in his hand. Sadek
Vamos,
adjusts it
Tens.
and watching for it. 10's now 1v2.
Oh,
The
güey.
terrific together. It's 2 years. His partner in crime, Mr. Sadak himself. So with that defuse online, that's going to be that second round on the board. And Loud trying to get a
man.
handle now in terms of how to tackle these A sites.
Yeah, finding the timing there to re-push ramp before Sentinels were anywhere near set up for it, right? Sen's general game plan is we're going to get to site, we're going to have some kind of post-plan idea for aggression, or a backup plan like Celsius going for that late lurk. But if you can find the timing between them going to site and setting up the next play, which Loud did,
Ba, ba, ba,
it'd be
ba,
very
ba.
disruptive. And also, one of the big crucial factors in round 5 and 6 to Loud winning is that they just had players able to take ones and win duels. You saw 10s at the end there. We've seen him do magic in those positions sometimes before.
Y aquí se ve, viene un como half buy. I mean, en sí es un full buy de del equipo, güey. Pero es un...
Don't think that's gonna have the value that Celsius
ahorita no voy a jugar, güey, mínimo hasta que se termine Masters.
Go and retrieve it too.
Yeah. Basically lost, isn't it? Can't really be reclaiming it unless you have a plan to re-clear, which is stacking bodies, don't get me wrong. Just hoping that a few stray bullets might land into the cranium of Les, but he's tucked to safety, making sure the pit will stay up.
Scout destroyed.
If Sen get a read,
Creo que aquí es un fake para B, güey. Pero aquí ocupan matar a Twitch, güey. Si no matan a Twitch va a estar muy cabrón aquí. Pero estoy seguro que quieren entrar B.
But all of this is so based on having a read of what your opponents are doing in this match. And they will be changing it up compared to the last time they faced off.
Re-clear called, it looks like, which is the dog John
Oh,
QT 's
fuck.
pushed forwards now, tucked. And there it is, kill.
Qué buena
claimed.
kill de-
QCK, fault line.
Oh my god, güey.
Initially,
¿Cuánto le dio de vida?
still,
Nada, güey.
the trade
Y aquí
online,
tienen que
the calls
entrar
being made to
rápido,
try
güey.
speed up the play now.
Aquí van a
into B,
entrar,
but
tratar de
already,
entrar
Util,
rápido.
look at it. I mean, the paranoia, the smoke drops down, cuts up the side
Qué buena
with that
kill.
lurk into mid. Sassy,
Buen
not
blind, güey, buen blind, güey. A tu derecha.
does the spike here.
No, no lo vio, güey.
Potentially to take some fights here, but has to stick the plan now towards the
Buena kill. Buena kill.
Look at that coordination on display.
No, buena.
Creeping and crawling. He
Let's
managed to
fucking
weave
go,
his way
baby.
To the side there while all that chaos was going on, but not enough to get too much more done.
And that was a tricky round for Sen to be able to convert. When John Cutie goes down over towards A,
Let's
Sen, of course,
fucking
their
go.
hand has to go B. And Tui's knew it was happening. The Loud players were there, and yet Sen come out on top anyway.
Güey, Mientras esté Masters Madrid no voy a jugar nada, güey. Estoy viendo 100% Masters Madrid, güey. No voy a jugar Rocket. Hasta que se termine, güey, no voy a jugar.
They are running away with this a little now. Getting to dangerous territory. Loud put 2 on the board with some slow, nice retakes. But now the economy's broken again.
Yeah, strange, isn't it? How that ends up working out, but quite salvage. Will keep any of the money running. Keep smoke. Going to be disrespected, apparently. At least with the flash, they know that nobody's close, tucked to the corner. A lot of players now looking for a punish onto John QT. He's been noted that he plays here a lot, solo play. But they're just going to posture and pick up the orb.
And if they can find a pick on John QT and push him away, it'll create timings where Loud can worry about the rest of the map.
Ese fue un buen blind, güey.
And I think they've got a very good read that John is playing solo A.
¿Qué pedo?
a lot.
¿Qué pedo? ¿Se me chaqueteó el OBS? ¿Aló?
It's an expectation that maybe Sentinels can mess with a little, but at the moment, Loud have found a decent timing here to make a little bit of danger in the round.
Ey, ¿le puedes decir a este compa? No sé qué pasó, güey. Güey, se me bugueó bien culero, güey.
Especially when we saw one of the rounds go down to only 15 seconds on the clock.
I think you can get really punished.
And Bren, the spike is going towards A.
Yeah.
Güey, no sé ni qué vergas pasó, güey. Se bugueó todo, güey. Se me... Internet se chaqueteó, güey. Le di una chaqueta, güey. Intensa.
They're faking like it could be going towards B, blocking off Less's sight lines, but no one's budging.
Thank you, Junior.
Looks to be the contact for Paranoia play that's being held around the back now.
Close right. Buena. Otro. Buena. No. Heaven. No, este güey tiene huevos. Buena, qué buen try por pendejo, güey. Güey, si lo hubiera matado, güey. Si lo hubiera matado, güey, hubiera sido cabrón, güey. Lo bueno que... Buena. Let's fucking go, güey.
Another round where Sen, it looks dangerous on the minimap. You see them walking into the trap. QCK even manages to get one. But everyone on Sen is playing really tight together.
O más, güey. En 2 horas.
Spacing's excellent. It is. Absolute cinema.
Let's fucking go.
They're running away with this. If you wanted to have
time out.
Really,
¿Y este dónde cae? ¿Cae en mid?
Coming up here just because of what you mentioned, the economy situation is a deep fault line. That's just off the rip from Kawazine into market, but there wasn't really much to follow through with it. Looks like maybe it was just to set up B main control for 2 years.
Now look how difficult this is from Les and Kawazine's point of view. You know, when this orb goes up, it's very difficult to know if someone on Sen is just quietly taking the timing through. And so these A players have to be cautious, concerned.
I've got your trail.
Little portion of the round though, with a minute 10 onto the clock.
Saben que hay un cabrón A, güey. Maybe se van A. Maybe aquí van A.
But it doesn't really give Sen an indicator. They do know that a male is going to be free, or not male, but ropes itself.
Yeah, that Seeker went a long way before it hit.
Oh, fakearon, güey. Fakearon, güey.
So Sen have a pretty good idea that that path to A heaven is fairly uncontested. And the dog here actually might give such bad information.
Broken.
It didn't see the second player of John QT. We'll see what Sen end up going for.
Oh, qué buen fake, güey.
A lot on the mid rounding here from John rather than
no, güey, ese Seekers va a ser cabrón, güey.
Seekers of his own now, spotting all the way through into mid. Everybody bursting through. Now the snake bite. Used on the Q as he hears that Trailblazer. Where's the follow through now from the rest of the team? B main lost control of this one. There's going to be questions asked now of a lot of these loud anchoring players. They want to give it up entirely. Don't want anything to do.
Vamos.
That Paranoia thrown from Tens is lovely. Would have caught anybody over towards Rafters, and yes, the time is low, but look how devastating this looks to retake.
How do you do this now? Yes, you have a rolling thunder, but it's going to be utilized hopefully now to clear through into the bit.
Tiene uno lure, güey.
Flying from Sassy, and yep, he's caused all the distraction in the world. Gets out with his life.
Oh my God, Sassy, güey.
Still John QT.
Sassy con ese lure que importante, güey. 3 contra 3, güey.
As he's sat back into the spectator, CQCK forward. Leading it with the team, but it's already wrapped around, so they got to expect the Sassy's
Buena, Sassy.
Clearance. Not enough. 2 years TP adjustment. He's on that high ground position, just propped up. But Les now needs to get more done, and he can't do it. It's going to come down to just a bit of spray and pray. But already time ticking, so 2 years, no chance in hell.
And it's another situation, Brent.
Let's go!
Loud cannot get any level of economic cushionry going. They're going to be knocked straight back down onto a low buy. And that adjustment, whatever it was that Sadak came into the round trying to inform the rest of his team, it did not work. They weren't ready for Sassy here in B Heaven, and they weren't ready for Sassy again once he repositioned into B main. It completely disrupted what Loud were going for there with the retake. The timing could not have been more perfect.
The way Sen are working this map, I mean, it's a masterclass.
Yeah.
Speed running it.
It really is. There was a lot of talk coming in based on their regional performances on Split that they might have the best split in the world. And, you know, I was saying, be cautious. We haven't seen them play up against all the other teams in the world, but man, is it looking clean. I think...
¡No! Güey, otra vez se me chaqueteó el internet, güey. ¿Qué pedo,
the
güey?
believers in the Sentinels split are getting...
Se me está chaqueteando, güey, el wifi, güey.
Yeah, now heavy group up. The weaker buy here from Loud using that trouble.
Güey, acaban de pasar todos, güey.
Chance here, Zekken tries to adjust the spray, expecting players to swing from that left side. Tens. Evacuating. Has a paranoia still left to play for, but the mollies are really clearing him out of position. What's the call now for Loud? Looks like a pivot.
Yeah, very mobile, though. They've made it feel like it's ramp, and they're already pressuring the screens. There's still a trip here for John. And Stens is in their spawn, where they buy guns.
They don't have a clue. I mean, they've just called.
Oh, güey, pero se acaban de llevar a dos, güey. Se acaban de llevar a dos.
Any sort of idea. He was just watching in case it was in mid 2 years. One with a rifle, but no longer. Dropped to the floor.
Oh, wow.
Dropped to the
Les es una riata, güey.
Quite able to do it.
Let's go!
Really Tens that makes the round-winning play, but I think it was that Cypher trip coming from John.
Dos rondas más, güey. Un 10-2, güey. 10-2, güey. 10 fucking 2. Come on.
Zels has got a double spray down. Have a look here.
Come on, Sentinels. Un 10-2. Oh, fuck. Ese cable, güey. Trataron de entrar, güey. Oh, my God. Y se llevó a 2, güey. ¿Qué pasó, mi Romy? ¿Cómo andas? Esa Romy. Romy pelona. ¿Cómo estás, Romy? A la verga, güey. Oh, my God. Oh, buen trade, I guess. Y tiene OP, güey, el QCK, güey. Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
Heads have fallen, heads have rolled, and now exactly what Loud ordered.
Yeah, player advantage situation, looking lovely for them. One away from a showstopper too. Sen, they're going to be able to get a plant down here. They're pretty certain that A is completely clear. They saw so many people fighting over mid. But this one is going to be tough, and Loud cannot afford to throw it away.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
Loud, great awareness knowing that Sen are going to have to be playing a bit more proactively, making the moves into the post-plant
situation. My God.
Sassy is the lone survivor. Gets shut down by his
9-3, güey. Se viene un 9-3.
For about the first time in this half, tried to do something fast at the start of the round. And that actually results in Loud getting the round win. Right? Every other round, we've seen Sentinels with a tortoise-like pace to the beginning of these, making sure that they are cautious, diligent about everything. And as soon as they step forward to try to take the fight, Loud are so happy. These players behind Zekken just got wide swung and minced.
Crucially,
let's fucking go.
Final round of this first half. The money's looking good. The ult's even better. The showstopper for QCK. Can play really much more aggressively now that he's got that one.
And the silver lining, if they can get to 4, if they can win a pistol, maybe it's doable.
¿Cómo andas, Romy? ¿Todo bien?
But they've got to be securing those wins.
Yeah, clean with the rounds that are available too.
Ay, güey, imagínate que hubiera disparado ahí, güey.
Does throw a lot of just chaos into the mix. I mean, look at the amount of Loud players. It's just gathered all the way into mid to watch it. They've got 3 players checked and ready.
Yeah. And Tens is still holding counter utility over towards B main. That timing was looking pretty good. Just.
Now that they've spotted the op though, the call's been made to contact in through B main. So Sen have just got themselves a freebie there. Can now utilize this. Ult forward.
Oh, shit!
No way!
What?
No value to be found there. Out wide once more. Still QCK's on a swivel. Molly's vulnerable him up. Pushed him out into the open. The easy collection of the kill. Now there's 45 seconds left. Chances to slow this one down, but it looks like Sen have no intention of it. Forward positions once more. Kawazin drops down from the ropes here, spraying down. But he's disjointed on the rest of his team. Kawazin out wide. The reset. Oh, and Rolling Thunder lifts him up in the air, sky high. And then one player standing towards the back as a crossfire setup. And the aftershock is elite. Kawazin on for so much more. An ace on the cards. Less to stick. This one comes down to the spam, but John is stunned. A tap. He's going to be out wide. He's going to be forced wide. Knows it. Info gathered now. But another stick now. Less finally the trust maintained in his teammate. Maintained in him.
Come on!
Might be punished. A tap. Out. Force with a jiggle. John QT. Balls of steel.
Let's go! Holy shit! Wait, what the fuck?
Kawazin was forced to reload in the middle of that. And John took the timing as Kawazin reloaded. Les was still on the
Casi
spike.
se mama un ace, güey.
Unbelievable timing from John. And Kawazin had done so much. More than anyone could have been asked to do. But the
Bro, qué güey, yo ya me...
was utterly superb.
It's perfection.
Se viene el cambio se viene el cambio de juego. Los veo después de esto. Vengo, voy al baño. Va, se viene el cambio de juego. Sí, güey. Sí, güey. Lo brincó. Bueno, es que se lo aventó y el otro güey brincó arriba de él, güey. O sea, como que hizo esto, güey. Estuvo muy loco, güey. Güey, Sentinels tiene un retake hermoso, güey, en este mapa. Hermoso, uno de los mejores retakes, güey, que puedes imaginarte, güey.
So pistol round. Loud decided to take a ramp control at the start. Sen wanted to fight over mid, but there was nobody there. Loud has still got some people really far away from the action.
Real fast.
Oh my god. Les está una bala, güey. Oh, Johnny se acaba de mamar a dos, güey.
Maybe a bit unintentional there, maybe just a bit rushed from 2 years.
Sen are also expecting there to be more players on site right now. Like, okay, well, where are the other two players for Loud?
Creo que saben, güey.
They lost track a little bit of where Kawazin and Tui's could be, and now they've lost a lot of map info too. There are still chances here for the Loud players to turn things around, but this silent jump spot, not going to be punished.
Comes down to a couple of obstacles, really.
And look at the rest of Sen, tripled up, re-clearing areas of the map, trying to regain some
oh my
information,
god.
making sure that they don't offer any 1v1s.
Yeah, methodical.
30 seconds.
You know the win conditions of Loud right now.
Oh no, güey. Ese lurk va a ser feo, güey.
Making sure to regain some of that map control. No kill found onto
Okay, no. No va a lurkear, güey.
Really for him to bite back and fight back. Here it is. Return of the fire. 10s from the wraparound.
Pensé que iba a lurkear, güey.
All the way through.
Oh, okay, let's go.
So, pistol round.
10-3, güey.
Not go the way of Loud there. Sentinels, again, looking like just a map of pure domination.
Yeah, this could be extremely similar
Holy
to the
shit.
last time we saw these teams face on Split. As pure Sen domination. Sadak caught off guard by that one. John picking up the 2K. It's just enormous. That paranoia, by the way, too, lovely from Tens. They didn't know, as far as I'm aware, that Les was in that position, and Tens just sensed that that could be dangerous.
Keep it up.
Va.
More windows, but
Now Loud have got to force. Right, you're down 3-10. You didn't
Sí, bueno, este es el force buy, pero si pierden esto, güey, Loud, güey, está muy cabrón, Porque ya de plano ya este es GG's.
all investment.
Sería un 12-3, güey, si pierden esta ronda Loud.
Trips though to stop them in their tracks.
Va. Terminando, pues esta partida, güey, lo descargo, güey.
Reface, Elsis, that is incredibly brave. Well, second following through with the bullets as well as thinking that's just a wide.
Oh my god, casi se llevaba a Les, güey.
Sentinel's fully aware of all potential possibilities right now. Sadak has been pushed forwards into this deep angle and approach. That trip broken, there was a chance of a timing.
Sassy's going to re-explore.
Por favor, quédate, Sassy.
Gets the jump on him.
No, güey.
That's bonkers.
Yeah, it's got the one pick, but there's no real follow-up there with the players. I mean, they can't really react appropriately. He sends the util flying.
It's pulling Zelsis over. It is making the A site weaker here.
Second and John QT, though.
Ya hicieron ping, creo que saben que están Heaven, güey. Creo que saben que están Heaven.
There it is. They'll be calling out now that they could have been compromised towards spawn, but now time running against them. Loud, get a move on. Cages propped up, pushed up. Behind it, John QT can't follow through after that trip. There's a smoke in his face. It does make it quite dangerous, quite difficult still.
Buena.
It's a bit of run and gun in action. Only
Oh!
2 seconds remaining. Pull out the sidearm. Why not?
Let's go!
He gets the job done.
Really excellent teamwork and anchoring again there from Sen. Didn't have a cage for himself to be able to play inside of, but has a
Y no
smoke
tienen
there
dinero
for the
otra vez,
teammate.
güey. No tienen dinero.
Somebody
Let's go.
inside
Un
the smoke
12-3, güey. 12-3
spam off.
aquí. 12-3, güey.
Really solid setup. Beautiful
Güey,
little
Johnny,
team play.
John Q, güey. Oh, qué buen tiro, güey.
They've refined it so well. And Loud, that force,
Un 12-3, güey,
smacked of
aquí.
desperation. Down 3-11 with only sheriffs to work with. This one is a GG go next.
That's brutal. Really brutal.
And the other 2 maps here are going to be, even if Loud were to win them, very hotly contested.
Let's go.
It's not like Loud have a map themselves that they are guaranteed to dominate on.
No, they've got a Sisyphus level fight ahead of them, honestly. Uphill battle. Icebox, both of these teams quite favored on their attack side. Sunset, I would give the edge to Sentinels.
Yeah.
So even if you do win on that second map to extend the series, it looks dire still. Anything can happen. Team like Loud, being around the block, they might be down and out right now, but they have that experience to maybe rally
Sí lo vio
themselves here.
Tense, ¿no?
A few more though, openings. Not going to be given
Buena,
to
buena. Qué buenos trades.
Defensive setup to Sentinels just a little bit too strong, too
Let's go.
well honed.
12-3, güey.
Yeah, everything looks... They've crossed every T, dotted every I. You heard John talk about it too when he said,
Oh
the devil's
my
in the
God,
details,
güey.
right? What makes a team excellent is not just the macro, not just the shooting, but it's all the small things, the little interplays between players,
12-3, güey.
the maximization of, you know, a certain piece of utility, knowing to always smoke this spot or knowing to always throw this nade in this particular way. And on split here, Sen approaching some levels of perfection on this map in the current meta. They are ahead of the game here.
True flattening.
And it's going to strike fear into the hearts of anybody else, because if you have a perma, you have to let this through.
Yeah, playing split against Sen, I mean, almost guarantees. Yeah, Sentinel's going to be taking it. They've only lost it a handful of times. One of them to this team that they're playing against now, Loud, but Sentinel's the kind of team getting knocked by their losses. Re-clearance called here with a flash and a
Oh, whoa.
Very important counter flash there. Sen are trying to set up plays like this because they have looser weaponry to work with. The 2 Spectres, the Bulldog.
Sí, güey.
So we get to see a slightly more aggressive version of their setup.
Vicente no tiene muchas armas. Bueno, tiene 3 bandas. No, tiene 2 bandas. 2 Spectres y una Bulldog, güey. Este es como un puto bonus, güey. Oh, wow. Les está una bala. Oh, y se llevaron un cabrón, güey. Y les está una puta bala, güey. Pero saben que ya van a entrar acá. Se viene el retake, güey.
There isn't very much retake utility here for Sen. Normally their retakes are amazing, but there's really only a boombot to work with.
Waiting for the right timings. I mean, the smoke up. 1 second here for Ten's. Going to be using it probably to block off one of the angles. Just jiggling for now. There it is, actually dividing up the site. Paranoia flying with the fault line. Time. Time to tick. A crucial kill. Zealous is falling on top heaven. TP forwards. Backside control, at least positioning in it and trying to take it wide. Still with that util online. The aftershock does push him away.
Oh my God, qué kill, güey.
Out into the open. The snake bites plenty of util
Oh,
here.
NT, güey.
So well played into that one. Just
NT.
understanding how
No
to play that.
tenían util, güey.
Just using the util.
Low
It's officially now a
fucking
closer game
armas
than
y
it
ahora
was
sí.
during the grand final, where Sen won 13-3. But man, it doesn't feel much closer.
Esa kill, güey, fue muy
This round
importante.
almost
Fuck.
I'd say a givey, but
It was a bonus.
as a bonus, you know, Sen didn't have as much util available to them, but still, you know, Loud.
Y ahora un bonus,
Round
güey.
at a time,
Aquí ya
so
se viene
the way
full
you
buy,
take
güey.
it.
Yeah, and we've seen them pull off big comebacks
Y
before.
John Q, güey, tiene... El Johnny, güey, tiene
Lose leads
ulti.
before as well, but listen, we won't talk about that one.
Y Sassy está a 2 de ulti, güey,
Mentioned it
también.
a few times.
Oh my God.
Just beautiful. Great
Oh
read.
my
The
God.
Les was going to go for an aggro lurk.
Less dropped. I mean, this is your star player. This is a guy you're expecting to put up massive numbers, who's going to offset that mechanical advantage that a team like Sentinels might have with players like Second, like Tens. The desk was talking about it. When he's shut down here, your chances begin to dwindle. Trip in their face. There's no protocols at all.
Muy buena, güey.
That one should have known it was there, surely, if they were walking all the way up.
Oh my god, muy buena, güey.
GG's,
güey. GG's next.
All the
GG
opportunities
next.
in this round here for Loud. QCK with a nade does get the one onto Zelsis.
I mean, this spike is down in such an open position, though.
GG
It
next.
seems to close out.
GG next.
Sadak, it's inevitable.
GG
Yeah,
next.
the
Let's
double face
fucking
in the end.
go!
It's one of the most one-sided
Mapa
matches
1,
we've seen.
Sentinels, güey. Nos vamos a
Two of
mapa
our
2.
top teams here in
It's just that
playoffs.
Sen haven't worked on this map as much as some of the others in their pool. And if they've used this time accurately, then
¿Qué pasó
maybe
aquí? Se llevaron a
with
Sassy.
another incredible map win. That's not going to help. Sassy going down there at the start of the round. You know, he's a really important piece of the puzzle in terms of getting the plants down.
It's a massive one with less for that early face, that early peak.
And Loud expect this to be a re-hit.
Oh, lo mataron en nada.
And they won't really know otherwise until the alarm bot takes contact. And at that point, it's kind of too late. Sadak doesn't have nano
Ya escucharon el orbe, güey.
So just gambling the wrong way here.
Sadak, flash through, who's playing anti. Where's
Oh
the ball?
my God.
There it's done. Just rips away to it and Frenzy in his hands.
Pero
The back
alcanzaron a
side position
plantar,
being
güey.
played here.
Buena.
Dash fading away, but second still.
Esto es posible, güey. Tenemos a 10 seconds, güey. 2 pitudos, güey.
Dodged. Another play being set up as well. A 10s with a pop flash into the peak. It allows Zek to
Oh,
recross
saben,
back
güey.
to
Saben
play
que van a ir
together now.
este.
They've got 4
Oh
players
my
to
god.
deal with. Make it 3. Can't let this one slip now, Loud. Shot dart. It's good for the damage. 10's going to be forced out wide. 10's.
Oh!
10's. You can't be getting away with this, son. Surely not needs.
Oh my god! Bro, what the fuck? Güey, qué recuperada de ronda, güey. 2 contra 5.
To give Sadak 2 kills was about the only way that Sen could have messed up what was happening. Not that it's their fault. They didn't know where exactly he was positioned. But for Tens to recover that, he has to take
Bruh.
the duel there as he crosses back.
Bruh.
Yeah, he's forced to take fights because of their utility, because of how they're positioned.
God damn.
Who are they peeking? Who are they peeking?
Oh shit. Who are they? Wait.
Give it to him, man. Oh my god.
Bro, who they
I mean, the
peeking, bro?
players on Loud are
¿No
so
conocen quién es Tens,
talented.
vergas?
Just owning them.
You, man. Return to form.
His form has been spectacular in basically all of this year.
Yeah.
The actual shots that Tens has been hitting, the moments, the multi-kills from him have been unbelievable sometimes. When he's not forced to be the entry player, to have all of that extra mental bandwidth being taxed.
Oh, buena
It's
kill.
just been superb.
Player's going to be dropping plan online here for Sassy.
Now look at this high tide. It's not going to have an influence in this round, but I do like how Loud are using it. They throw it out from 2Es when he's playing over towards Snowman, and it's going to let them play between the Viper Wall and the high tide to break the wingman, to deny the plant, to fight more aggressively. I think that could be crucial once we get onto some of the rifle rounds, but there is no danger here. Sen have just taken a very clean B exec.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, Tens, he should be trying to hunt.
He
Yeah,
is
you see
going
him
to.
swap the weapon.
Yeah. Offloading it in exchange there. Does want to go hunting.
Oh.
It is. Top of the bridge brings
Se
him
van a
down.
matar.
Still one step closer. That's
Yeah.
what matters.
It's a fairly important denial, though. If Tens had access to that ult at the start of the round, things would get quite difficult for Loud.
Pero Loki, que le falta un orbe, ¿no? ¿O le falta uno?
Very potent.
¿A
And the
Tens?
thing is, Loud's
Ya,
composition
uno.
doesn't
Pueden pelear
actually
un
have
orbe,
great
güey.
ways
Pueden
of,
pelear. Hasta pueden
disrupting
agarrar
you when
orbe
you go
B,
for
güey,
that.
y
Doesn't
irse A,
have the
güey.
ability to, you know, flash repeak from yellow or on pipes on A, that kind of thing, which teams like Gen G have done so much work integrating those micro plays on the defense.
A little bit of proactive fighting over.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons why we saw the attack side be so good for both of these teams, is that Sen hadn't really built out those defensive plays, and Loud's comp it kind of relies on playing retake, which is easier to deny.
A mí nunca me ha gustado ese blind, güey.
So the purpose of that Dizzy, just to spot if a player is aggressive up through B, but the Cascade blocks it anyway. Don't know if that's even been noted. I mean, bonus round here for Sen, all grouped up.
And not really an opportunity here for Tens to be able to get the ult online, I don't think. Instead, looking more like a standard A exec. Now, TenZ is getting in position for this flash dizzy combo that Gen G were using. It's so good.
Yeah. Choose to break it. You're going to be staying right into the
Y
sun.
se agarró.
The flash goes off. Plan. Now here for Sassy. Util a little bit delayed. So yep, it's down. Close to the
Oh my god.
Down underneath rafters. Kawazine wins his one out versus second. Still, gets to the position for it. And TenZ is starting to use his ult now for this. Making sure that they can't use any of that post-plant util. Keen and eager to take the fight. He's ripped Kawazine's head clean off. Over and atop the ropes, this is a real dangerous situation. Scenario flash, peek from the rest of his team. Sets them up, but no real casualties. Now UCK finally. Abilities back online. Dash, backing away. Gets the one. Needs to clear the corner here, but he's just really struggling. Waiting out wide here. Having a defuse from Sadak. Pushed back and away.
Oh
And
my
tip tap on the face
god.
there from the Loud players remaining just in time.
Creo que fue un buen,
Very
un
nice patience
decente
there from
bonus,
Loud.
no un
Didn't
buen
get
bonus,
caught by
un
the flash
decente bonus.
clear, but I can see that Sen are starting to add more stuff into their playbook. I mean, that flash
Esto no
dizzy combo
estuvo
is
tan
so
mal,
good.
güey.
The pathing
Vengo.
that the dizzy takes and the way that the flash pops catches so much of the area. And Loud had to wait a long time to get that high tide and the cove back online, and then played with each other really well to stop some of this momentum from Sen.
Calm the mollies. We really need to calm the mollies.
Okay, there we go. Zekken looking for a readjustment early. And these players are smart. They understand what the issues are. Kaplan's talked about it so much.
Potential off the charts here, but clear understanding of what is really going wrong for them.
Oh, qué buena flecha.
Tags onto two.
Yeah, that's going to create a serious
Una
threat,
baja,
though.
perdón.
See how 2E's is using his high tide to make it difficult for Sen to clear out that area?
Oh, wow, Les, güey. Les está mega,
He's got walkabouts.
mega arriba, güey.
Step himself, waiting for the high tide to now fade. So he's going to be using again. Flash dizzy. Dash forward from Zekken. Make sure to clear all that space. If somebody was holding that aggressively, it would have been mince meat. But now, once they've gained control of B main, what's going to be the call? Maybe to go back into Zelsis?
Yeah.
Ese ángulo está loco, güey.
I mean, they either needed to hit B quickly there or go back over towards A, because if they wait enough time for 2E's high tide to come back, which it now is, it's much more difficult to get the plan down and get Sassy his ult. Drone is going to confirm. I think that a lot of these players have left the area. Does it catch? Oh, yeah,
it
just
does.
onto Zekken.
Zekken looking like the fox in the pen, but with him notified now, he's really just caught.
He is,
30
but
seconds
he's going to be
left.
distracting and pulling people away for quite a while.
He's got three on him. Here we go.
Agarraron a uno, güey.
Dizzy firing a blind shot off, but it actually didn't trigger onto Les. Nano Swarm.
That's so much damage.
My god, yeah. TenZ lucky to be alive, facing top rafters Sadak. Taken out cleanly. Now TenZ is going to be playing a 4 position here because he is so low. Might be able to get a 1 and done.
And Sassy, with that ult plant, Wingman got the Thrash online.
Need somebody to break
Oh,
that down
no
from though.
pudo,
There
güey.
wasn't anybody really waiting available, but still, like you said, the Thrash is now online. Sassy lets it loose, the movement, clean, jiggling with it. Entertainment, not quite online here. Now a bit of pace injected back into the thing. See it Loud, using that util. All available for them.
Oh, qué buenas,
Set
güey.
of Sentinels, and they punish that swing and wide face out. Great with the movement and patience with the aim. Cooling down the weaponry enough to take out QCK. Over and the top of the rope. Zelsis, he's hungry for this kill. He's hungry for it.
Oh, no.
Towards it, but okay, Les just a better player on the day.
But a sad situation for him to be in. He was the player pushed the furthest
Ay, hijo de
forward on
puta.
A, last to fall. Everybody crumbling around him. I just want to go back a little bit to their communication from the previous round. Sen were calming, or Zekken specifically was saying, calm the mollies. And the reason that's so important in this composition is because
Qué buenas
players need
fucking
to be able
trades,
to
güey.
hide.
Qué buenas fucking trades.
Players need to be able to hide and not have to face and break cove and fight while the mollies are online. They need to force Loud to bring the fight.
Y aquí Loud tiene un safe round, güey. So, esta es una ronda muy buena para Sentinels, güey, porque aquí pueden entrar bien locos, güey. Pero con cuidado con esta Sheriff. Oh my god, esa me estaba dando miedo, güey. Oh, fuck.
Dusted, taken the hell out. Big Knife clears yellow, but really, they've got nothing to try and cross and take control of B main here. Just putting that emphasis here towards this section. Vacuuming up the orbs. To defend this gun as well.
Loud are looking for information. Sen have been mixing up whether they rotate, whether they re-hit, and you can see Loud here just trying to figure out, is it correct to stack onto B? QCK looking to explore through mid. They think it's a re-hit. They're keeping players on this site.
Might be some serious danger here. I mean, 2 years just holding on to the high tide's wall. There, flash through into the back. Dart, oh my. They knew exactly the position that was coming from, so Kawasi didn't really stand a chance up with the armor. Draft dashing away. Second survives. Flank attempt from QCK. Oh my goodness.
Has anyone heard that? TenZ is watching, but
TenZ was watching.
They're gonna get distracted.
They are distracted now. The pressure really being applied. It's less here, and QCK.
Oh my god.
John QT is there with a trade, but 1 versus 3 now. Diffuse online for 2 years. It's not going to be pushed away from this one. There's no more utility
Oh no
left
way.
available for them.
Oh
So a
my
thrifty round for
god.
Loud. That's what you want to see.
Fuck. Vengo.
Yeah, that is just in time. What we saw on Split was the economy just getting ruined for Loud over and over. They could never build up a bank to work with. They're going to call a timeout after winning this round as well, which is a bit bizarre. Maybe the timeout
Probably queued a little bit earlier.
yeah,
before they
probably
were winning.
queued before they won the round.
Yeah.
But QCK opened this up with a beautiful Sheriff shot and then closed the entire thing too. The Cloudburst to make sure that nobody caught him getting past the alarm bot. And often that kind of thing is going to get heard. But in this situation, gets away with it.
Like John Q doing
Fuck,
the
man.
tiny things,
Qué asco,
the tiny
güey.
differences, the minute
Walk areas. And that's got its own danger.
Creo que aquí nos vamos a ir a mapa
Both
3,
teams
güey.
on opposite sides of the map here to start this next round. 4 players grouped up.
I wonder
on
si-
A, just pushing QCK into an aggressive angle.
I mean, this is excellent.
Oh
Yeah,
my
but,
god.
I mean, Sen are nowhere near.
Still, he's going to be telling his team to over-rotate. Get your asses into mid, get your asses into gear, because it's leaning over towards a B hit.
Yeah,
Oh.
Loud have actually finessed this lovely. I mean, they've managed to get into a position where Sen weren't comfortable going for the early round timing, and now Loud have stacked it for the mid-round timing. And on top of that, QCK's
No,
watching in case
güey.
things rotate back towards A.
Oye, aquí los va a agarrar a
Really
todos,
spot.
güey.
Drone. Oh, maybe just catching tail end of somebody.
I think they've got all the info they need, though.
Yeah, they have. With QCK pushed up deep like this, and look at it, you can just tell from the stack. Already protocols in play. Molly forward, Zekin just tanks it. Half his HP just removed, but they weren't expecting it. Still, Loud,
Oh.
all the kills. 2 versus 3. Sassy almost being taken out. Has to back his way to safety here. Fast flank of QCK. Might be causing some issues a little bit later into things. Now he's going to be notifying his presence, at least with the removal of that turret attack from Sadak. He's hoping that forces them out wide. Don't know if they could have took a glimpse of that one. Still 10
Oh,
HP. Leave it
fuck.
just to Zelsis. Kova. There's no real chances here. There's no
Oh.
real chances. Maybe. Managed to get the second.
Fuck!
but no. Full stick there from Sadak.
I think Loud's defense on B looks way better than their defense on A, personally. Especially coming out of the Loud Gen G game, that was my big takeaway. I think Loud's protocols for dealing with B hits like this are actually real nice. Yeah, they missed Zekin, but they keep good snowman control. They fight from kitchen. They have good crossfires on people. Look at how Sadak, playing around orange, is able to pick up Zekin. I think Sen should be quite cautious
God
if they're
damn.
sending B hits over and over and over.
Timeout.
Yeah.
And look at Loud setting up the same kind of thing. 4 players A at the beginning to post up some. Oh.
QCK messed that up, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say to post somebody up really deep so they have good information. And yet, that 4-player stack now just has to kind of chill and reset. But Sen are not going for anything too aggressive at the beginning of the round. They're worried. As soon as 2Es puts up this high tide, it makes it feel like there's many players ready to fight B.
Y aquí es el safe round de Sentinels, ¿no?
One Dizzy clearing away. Sassy.
Güey, y siguen haciendo el fucking big hit, güey. O sea, aquí tienen que ya entrar, ¿no?
Is a very dangerous target, tagged up by the drone. Has to respect it now. Has to back away. Zelsis dropped on the other section of the map, the other side of things. Still with that plant down.
They're pitting.
They are going to be pitting, committing into
3v5.
this one. This is interesting. I mean, even though the money is a little bit wild still, now the lockdown being invested. I mean, that is absolutely crazy stuff still. Maybe feeling like it's necessary now. John QT getting into this spot and this position on top of it. Can't break it down, so detained and dealt with. Big committed with the ultimates here on either side,
wow.
but it's Loud to win it out. 4 players surviving.
Yeah, I think both ults that were used there probably should have been saved for another round.
Creo que, pero yo creo que lo baitearon, ¿no?
The problem is the kills came through so quick, so close to the ults being invested. I think John didn't quite realize that he was in such a player disadvantaged situation when he decided to pit. And likewise with Sadak just deciding to send that one.
Pero creo que no estuvo tan mal, güey, ¿no? O sea, baitearon el ulti de KJ, güey. Y ahorita Sentinels tiene full bite, KJ ult y tiene Gecko ult, güey.
There should be the round what the timeout was scored for at least. Adjustments there with a deep knife now. Very heavy emphasis on.
Y recuerden que este mapa estuvo muy cerca para Sentinels la última vez que lo jugaron.
Looking to lead, looking to clear out the side as well for the rest of his team. Look at that, skipping and hopping over around the side.
Y agarró uno, güey.
Do they want to dive and dash onto this one? Now Sadak is his bodyguard. Doesn't. Sentinels
Sadak
over.
has a wallbang angle here.
Yeah, it's a wallbang angle with a pit drop down on top of it. Lockdown though should push him out of position. For potentially it to clear, but Les might just go down with a ship. He might just opt to getting detained. QCK.
Y este güey.
And yeah, he will get detained just so that this pit stays up, but he's spammed onto the top Raptors position. Dropping down. Crucial kill here.
Oh, buena kill.
Celsius cleans that one up, so no gaps now left into the play. Hunter's Fury offloaded. Really just going to be utilized.
Oh, qué buena kill.
These players from Loud into these forward
Va,
positions.
papo.
They have managed to even it up ever so slightly, but still a player disadvantage. Molly, we're waiting for it to fade with Mosh down now.
Sí lo alcanzó a agarrar, ¿no?
With the Cove. Now stacking up all together. Post-plant utility should be good enough here for Sentinels. Our players realize it. They're the ones who have to make the moves forwards. Kawazine!
Oh my god.
That is just disgusting.
That looked like a checkmate situation. Sen were running out of post-plant utility, sure, but they still had a crossfire from 3 different areas that they could have set up.
There's no way.
And yet through the high time,
Bro.
Tui's util, Kawazine, the hero for Loud in map 1, though the efforts didn't get him anywhere. This time putting rounds on the board. Yeah, Kaplan's going to be annoyed about that, but I don't really think that Sen misplayed it too much.
Esa era una ronda
really nice counter
casi perfecta de fucking Sentinels, güey.
Sick shot.
Fuck, man.
Sometimes it be like that.
Yeah.
Loud.
Y aquí se puede llevar un cabrón este güey.
Yeah, look at how mobile they are with QCK's positioning.
Oh, QCK se está mamando esta partida, güey.
Okay.
They played him over towards A. Last round he walked down Tube. This time he's over towards B. So difficult to predict.
Middle though with an no command plant. Oh, hello.
Güey, se llevaron a uno. Qué buen trade.
Still have to worry about this operator.
That was actually through mid.
No mames, güey. Se llevó a dos, güey. Se llevó a dos, güey.
Now, plenty of time and space brought for the rest of these Loud boys to really get into the action.
Es técnica. Oh, buena trade.
By Celsius traded though. Drop down and John QT again isolated in this 1 versus 2 position. Familiar scenes for him. The reload surely going to be heard.
Oh,
yes,
no.
Les is very quick onto the angle with the punish.
What a round from QCK.
Fuck, man.
Very similar to the Thrifty that got them started on this map. Takes an early angle, hits the shot, and then he's there to punish.
Fuck, man.
This is now 5 in a row for Loud to really get the gears going.
I was talking about the attack side for both of these teams being good, but I mean, so
Mira
far,
esta
it's clearly
kill, güey.
Loud
Dos, güey.
stepped up.
Ir a la pat.
Won't go quietly into the night. That is a
Un mapa 3
disgusting
estuviera
shot.
bueno. Y es Sunset, güey. Sunset es el mejor mapa de Sentinels.
Barely tagging onto him.
So Loud,
El mejor
they
mapa
have
de...
found something that's worked, which is QCK's op, and now they've given it to Kawazine.
Just to mix it up. If QCK gets spotted now, still, he's rattled off the shots.
Güey.
Using the dash. Where has that kill come from? I mean, Les, this is literally the same as what he did in the pistol round. I mean, he went for this aggressive push on that initial round, man. He's taking matters into his own hands. Does not care.
Oh,
Damn! 3 fall.
What a beautiful bait and
Verga,
switch setup from
güey.
Kawazine and Les as well. Such an unusual one with the Sova op.
Güey, mira este. Oh my
It feels
god,
like
seconds.
Loud that is very, very angry.
Yeah.
Prod and poke the bear.
And frankly,
Woken up.
it wasn't necessary for Les to go and do that. When they've already won 5 rounds in a row and the game plan's working, does Les need to force those fights and take the 1v1s? No, but he's also
Oh
he's
my
Les.
7-3, güey. Güey,
He does
uno-
just have these moments where he
8-4, güey.
decides to take over a
8-4, güey.
game, and he's
Confío en el
pushing the
8-4,
money,
güey.
looking
O
for that
7-5.
kill,
8-4 o
but Celsius has
7-5.
not been giving it to him. If they're B defaulting and they leave Celsius with the Killjoy utility on A, Celsius plays it really safe. And John just
Un 8-4 7-5, güey, estuviera joya.
You like the idea of stepping up. I don't know why you would. 12 and 3 less.
This guy, I mean, he gets sorely underestimated by a variety of people coming into it. I mean, he doesn't play the most flashy roles, but you can't deny his individual talent, his skill.
And now Sen on a weird buy, looking like they want to just set up for that default A hit. Get Tens up over on 2 pipes, where he's got that flash angle.
Turret broken in mid.
Oh, the
Good
flash.
fire to this.
Actually not in the right spot.
Really deep flash now. I mean,
Oh
Les
my god.
decided to take the repeat.
Igual buen trade, güey.
Dizzy shot fired straight into the wall there. Zekken wins it out though. Molly's dealt with. Accounted for. Now you're going to see it. The Reckoning pressing forward to the advantage, and they've got Loud. Not giving up any space. They want to take it right back.
Qué buen flash, güey. Oh
Already
no.
you can see it at deep position. Weaker guns and weaponry still. Maybe Sen could make something of it. Again, the triangle of death set up. This time, Thrash taking that first contact. Celsius winning that.
Oh my god.
And snapped to the side. And retaking now with this operator just becomes a
Buena.
dire situation. And Celsius is running a mockery over them. Taking liberties when he's on low HP. So why not? He can do it. Not planted for Sassy. Tapping. Sadak over and around. Spotted. One. Sassy dropped. Sadak now, but time surely working against in the jump spot. The jiggle. John QT trying to gamble and dice with Dev himself here all the way through.
Oh, let's go.
That is immaculately played.
7-5. 7-5 confió. 7-5 confió.
7-5
confió, güey. 7-5
confió. Unless beautifully done there. But I do think overall Senna giving Loud way too much space.
¿Qué pasó, mi Resist? ¿Cómo andas, papucho? Ayer te estaba viendo, güey. Te dejé view un rato. Dije, a la verga, ya llegó el nuevo... El rey de Rocket, güey. Dije, oh, la verga, güey. Ayer explotaste, papu. ¿Cómo andas, papucho?
But if they can secure this round, it's looking good. Double orb, QCK and Cowan Scene.
Kidding me. You are kidding me. Top of the rafters. QCK is obviously on the other side.
buen
of the
ulti.
map, just trying to lock down at B angle, but the lockdown now indicates everything. At least it should.
Another problem with this composition, you have no way of dealing with the lockdown. You don't have molly lineups.
Sí, estaba viéndote ahí un ratillo, pa. No dije nada, no quise decir nada porque pues... Ah, no, no. Buen trade, buena trade. Buena. Let's go.
Hunting them down. Less. With him toppling Ace on the card.
Ace, güey, Ace. Ace. Ace, cabrón.
QCK spotted out wide. Will his team give him anything?
No.
Not quite still. Around earned,
Woo.
around gained. And Sen will be happy with that. That's a salvage situation. When his heart was looking
Pero lleva a mi
so
perrita a la... Oh, no, ¿qué tiene? ¿Todo bien? ¿O nada más como para una consulta normal? Oh, my God. ¿Qué kills, güey? 2, 3, 4. Oh, güey, hubiera sido hermoso el ace, güey. Hubiera sido el hermoso, güey. Hermosísimo ese ace, güey. De Johnny, güey.
He's picked up a sheriff. Loud are one of the teams that buy sheriffs the most in these pistol situations. Often there's 2 players on the team with them.
Just trying to take those long range fights.
Vamos. Esta es una partida muy cerrada, güey. Sentinels puede ganar esto, güey. Un 2-0, güey. Let's fucking go. Come on, baby. Lock in, lock in. Lock in, güey. Esto es para ir a este... Upper Bracket Finals, güey.
Clear here from Sassy and Zekken. They had a cascade in their face early on, and now they've realized that that was fake pressure.
Gracias, papucho. Yo sé. Y pues le vamos a echar ganas, güey. Juntos, güey. Vamos a subir, güey.
Yeah, I mean, there's not going to be any swings coming out for here. Sassy needs to get one, but yeah, like I said, no trade in sight. Second dash activated.
Yeah, that's just wasted. And he was expecting more pace towards that. Sadak's called that pause in the round.
And holding for a repo.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, Second's already re-cleared this area once in the round.
Seconds, quédate, güey. Seconds, quédate, güey. Pero ya no tiene dash, güey. Ya no tiene dash, güey. Es el pedo, güey. Buena. Oh, my God. Se llevó a uno, güey.
One for one. Drop down, Celsius. Taking up space back towards the backside.
Esta es una ronda muy importante para Sentinels, güey. O sea, mega importante para Sentinels, güey. Buena. Buena.
The follow through from the rest of them. Those reinforcements, jump, spot, and peek. Less, he's taking them all out. 7 seconds remaining. Molly has to stick it through here for Sadak with that plan. It's the only way.
¡Sí lo mató, güey!
It leaves it just up to Less. 1 versus 1. Viper versus
Güey, no le des el...
You should know that Less is this week.
Oh, no, güey. Ese güey tiene Sheriff, güey.
This Sentinels Classic could do work here.
Time to put it to the test.
Come on, baby.
Clear though for John QT. Thankfully, he's got a bit of time on his side.
Sabe que está arriba, ¿no?
Spots it. That's now going to be dropping. Orb propped up. How does John choose to play it? Here's those shots. Spots it.
Let's go!
Click business. Done and dusted. Wipe your hands of that one. Pistol round here for Sentinels.
Ronda muy importante para Sentinels, güey.
Not look good for them in the beginning
Let's
of this
go.
round. And Celsius has pulled it back with some great supportive utility.
Celsius se mamó, güey.
Sen really abusing the slower pace of Loud there. Loud had multiple opportunities in the round.
Sí, apoyando a Sentinels aquí andamos. Full Sentinels, güey. Full Sentinels. Güey, qué buen molly, güey. Qué buen molly, güey.
Also, perfection. Putting pressure on the clock. But yeah, because they took so long dealing with Zekken, that allowed Celsius to tuck into yellow.
Nice!
And like I said, Brent, this is 4 out of 4 pistols, 1 for Sentinels.
Muy buena ronda, una ronda muy importante para Sentinels, güey, porque aquí tienen full buy, güey. I mean, bueno, su full buy, güey. Y aquí se puede hacer un 7-7, güey. No, güey. Oh, no, QCK con una. No, güey. Lo último que queremos es que este cabrón tenga esta arma, güey.
That's a really bold angle. He was expecting Loud to be playing more slowly.
Sadak not willing to give away his life to the molly once more for the plan.
Mi Logancito.
That util out.
Ando como el long wolf.
¡No!
¡No!
They're not watching for it. Over the top there, that's the ghost gameplay occurring right now. Out wide, Tens seeking to reclaim a bit of that territory, a bit of that ground.
Tens y John Q, güey, tienen que recuperar esta ronda, güey.
This is the danger zone right now. The verge of getting thriftied. Like you said, a single shot will do it. You've essentially handed over the operator to QCK.
Yeah. It looks like a save, to be honest, but they're still going to try and fight over it. Wow. There are still opportunities and danger here.
Güey, Ten se fue a correr. Güey, Ten fue a darle toda la vuelta entera, güey. ¡No, voltea! ¡Johnny, voltea! ¡Johnny, voltea! Oh, my God.
As Lesser finds it. And the gamble, the wrap around here of Tens has to pay off. It has to pay off massively, but it's not going to be planted out wide. Less does he even acknowledge it. The reload is heard here. Close quarters again. Cuts it up into the angle. 1 versus 1, but it really should never have been here in the first place. Knife tags it. Knows a rock positioning as the wall fades. The head is collected.
That is a crucial one for Tens to win. What a play. I mean, both Less and
Saca rank de Valo. Pues ahorita no, papo. Ahorita no, porque ando viendo Masters Madrid, güey. O sea, hasta que se termine esto, no voy a jugar juegos, güey. La GOAT. El GOAT. La cabra, güey. El GOAT. Qué buena navaja, güey. Saquen ranks de Pau. Hola, ahorita si quieren jugamos unas balas, güey. Con el resist, güey. Préstame una minita. Con que aquí está bien. Mejor una cariñosa, güey. Oh, qué buena kill, güey. Qué buena kill. Buen trades, pero buen kill, güey. Porque sacaron al cabrón que les está dando una putiza, güey. QCK, güey, es el cabrón que, güey, les da una putiza, güey. Asquerosamente, güey. Anyway, ¿cuánto cuesta? No sé, güey, pero ha de costar, pues depende, yo me imaginaría, güey. Baratas no han de ser, güey, me imagino, güey. Pero siempre han dicho, las cariñosas no mienten, güey.
You know, fighting on top of 410 with 2Es ready to swing. They've got 2 layers to this, really.
Oh, deactivated. Knife cooldown. A lot of util offloaded from Sen just to try and clear that back at the side, but again, time is of the essence, and with the Nanoswarm dead already, it's running out wildly. It's not a luxury they have whatsoever. No
¿Qué están
one's even
haciendo?
forcing a tap onto the spike here. There's a gap into the wall. Tens out wide.
Todos, güey.
This is just
No,
madness.
güey.
Salah couldn't get away
Todos
with.
hicieron lo
Shooting
mismo,
a fish
güey.
in a barrel. You can see Sen had no idea there that Sadak
Todos
could see
hicieron
the
lo
spike.
mismo, güey.
It
Qué
turns red
pendejo,
when it's
güey.
being diffused. Sadak knows exactly where it's being diffused from. Bomb. Headshots. And the
Todos
fact that
hicieron lo mismo,
Loud
mamada, güey.
were given
Qué
those kills
pendejos.
towards the end, and this has been a bit of a stretched out beginning to the half. They're building up to some big ultimates.
Yes, they are.
The Harbor ult is excellent for being able to take more aggressive control of a site. You know, if you're Sen here cooking up a game plan, I think you want to be going for like flash reclears to disrupt this before the big execute comes through. Maybe that's what Sen are planning with both of the flash initiators and Zekken playing A. But at the moment, Tui's heading B for that classic cascade at the start of the round.
The only turret broken. Now
8-7, güey. Esto es
Overwatch.
muy, muy posible porque esto ya es full buy contra full buy, güey.
This is where I'd love to see Zekken posted up on pipes and trying to get some kind of flash aggression going. Because I think if you give space to Loud, this execute is going to be difficult to hold on against.
Drone going to be hurt. One tag down to Sassy, backs him away. Top belts seen and spotted.
Oh,
Dash
wow.
to get himself out of there. Reckoning now will clear the way through for the rest of Loud to follow all the way through. Stuns. Probably being respected. I mean, Zekken is just
Eso no
trying
es.
to really get the most out of it there. He is
Confirmo,
finally by
confirmo,
himself.
güey.
No command, fast, off the rip, pushing forward. So they're going to expect this QCK. He's already behind the man. Already behind him playing up.
Oh my god.
And 3 players fall just like that, dropped to the ground, to your knees, if you are Tens in this case, and Celsius or Celsius.
Confirmo mi Logan, güey.
Last one left.
Nada más me
Should be a
abusan,
mate for
güey.
him,
Me
really.
abusan y me
Has to be the
abusan.
save, just has to do some exit damage, but even economical damage doesn't do that
Last
much.
player standing.
No, it doesn't.
No, it's
Loud
to
are building
say.
up a nice economy. They've got a great game plan, and Sen are not playing disruptively enough. Loud are just getting to play their own tempo, their pace. They could never really get a grapple on that on split. They were always trying to force fights in mid, and Sen were never letting them. That time, the patience and the slow play really rewarded Sen.
Damn, güey.
On this map, I feel like they need to be getting a little more up in Loud's face, trying to utilize the strengths of this composition, which are the flashes to go for those mid-round re-clear timings. But when Loud are given space, you see how difficult it was, though Zekken tried for him to get a timing around the Harbor ult there. And then when Loud are set up in these aggressive post-plant spots, their players, they can shoot, man. Yeah. They can shoot.
Shooters shoot. Shooters shoot. Los shooters shoot, güey. Shooters
In
shoot.
this round, very similar to round 15. You know, everyone on pistols apart from one player with a rifle.
So with the money chunked down, in theory, you're expecting Loud again to just keep stringing these rounds together. The danger starts building. Hello. Through the wall just in case, but Dash to respect it. But the trouble is here, I mean, Loud, you got to think, going to be probably able to get themselves a plan.
Only
Only
Zekken's seen both times.
Oh my god.
¿Qué
¿Qué pasó aquí, güey? Más se llevaron a Celsius, güey.
Well, it just gives that covering fire for Sadak. He was through, not too sure how that kill was found. Sadak, at least Sassy with this reposition.
Oh
Now
no,
tries to
güey.
face it. Again, there's just too many numbers to overcome. The advantage is Loudy. I mean, they've just picked him apart.
No.
Methodical in nature.
Era un buen,
As I was saying
era un buen
earlier, I mean,
safe round, ¿no?
it's up to a couple
Se
of key
llevó
ultimates.
8.
Locked
Ah, no,
down now for
4.
Sadak to use for the next.
Yeah. And sometimes it can be such flowchart Valorant on this
Time
map.
out, güey.
Yeah.
Let's go,
Because
come on.
if the defenders can't get in a good position to
Come on,
disrupt
baby.
what you're doing. We saw it from Fnatic.
Lock in, baby.
When they dominated this map.
Lock in.
In times gone by. So we're going to see Recon deep with the Cascade to try to push away anybody that might be playing aggressive over towards B, and that is where Zekken's got the
Exacto,
operator.
güey.
Look at how
Oh
close
my
this is
god.
to get value with the operator.
Imagínate que hubiera disparado ahí,
His
güey.
face. QCK.
Ay, güey.
To the left-hand approach.
Yeah, it's tough.
You can't watch everything at once.
The Cascade now over towards A might give Zekken the idea that, you know, only the Lurker is here, so he could be a bit more bold with it. I believe Sadak was just caught by the knife. No, I don't think he was actually. So he's going to be able to get this lockdown off.
Spikes dropped down in mid. Trying to fake presence here, except with 3 players right behind him, it's going to feel very real. Still Zekken, will he be dislodge from this forward position.
Oh my god, quédate seconds, por favor, quédate seconds, quédate seconds. Quédate, no, seconds no, güey, seconds no, güey. No te muevas, güey. No te muevas seconds, no te muevas seconds, no te muevas seconds.
Dart forward, misses the shot. Now he has to really just use those smokes to evacuate and
Oh my god.
The ire of Loud, they're already fast onto the approach, but
They're
back away. Yeah, they're going back to way.
Sadak's like, guys, there's no one here.
Look at this guy, look at the position. You practically expect him to be a defender with this spot.
30 seconds
Forwards
left.
though with the smokes. LC.
Oh my god, güey.
CK drops him.
Le vamos al lado. No, no, no.
Into the round, you don't expect this. Patience played all the way through. Thrash out wide.
Oh my god. Este es un save round, güey. Este ya es un save round. Este es ahorrar, güey.
10 seconds left.
Ni de pedos buscan algo aquí, güey.
Spike
And there's
planted.
nothing you could do, not with the retake. to the
No,
operator.
güey.
Yeah, not unless Zeken's able to get a freebie in a situation like that. It just looks very difficult from Sentinel's perspective for them to get any kind of foothold in a round like this one. So,
La última vez perdió Sentinels aquí, güey, 13-11 si no me equivoco, güey. Todavía falta mucho, güey. Pero fuck, man.
All the space in the world.
I can't believe it. I mean, how did he get himself up there?
Yeah, I mean, he just wandered in.
Top left rafters.
He wandered in, takes the rope, jumps onto rafters.
Yeah.
He's got a great spot. But also, Sen unaware that a lurker could have taken that positioning,
Yeah.
right? Tens walks through, Sassy's using Thrash. They don't think about
Güey,
are they
ya
engineering
han
here
perdido
because there's a
como
lurker giving them
2 o
that
3
info.
rondas
Just let
Sentinels contra un anti-lurk, con un
Allowed
lurk.
away.
O sea,
Looking
un
better here
lurker,
on
güey.
Xbox.
Los ha matado
Really
varias
good to see
veces, güey. Y
because
eso
the split
ha
was
sido muy mal
unbelievably one-sided.
para ellos.
But of course, you got to look and frame this in context. This is probably the second worst map.
Creo que se han
han
sobre-rotado rápidamente. La paciencia que tenía Seconds, güey, en B, no valió la pena, güey, para cuando rotaron a AA, güey. Creo que se hubieran quedado, güey.
It's not bad at all. The Loud.
Sobre-rotaron ahí, güey, y dejaron que un güey pasara, güey. Y, güey, y Loud, cuando estaba defendiendo, güey, les valía verga. No rotaban hasta que ya estaba plantada la bomb. O de plano, güey. O sea, siempre se quedaba un cabrón en A, güey. O sea, 100%, güey. Y creo que es la paciencia que ocupa Sentinels, güey.
Just with the dizziness, really.
No.
Nothing else behind it. No flash
One trade, one
clear.
trade, one trade.
Just the one bit of util, it was broken almost immediately with the slowed down approach, John.
No, ya ves, otra vez, no me gusta esto, otra vez están sobre rotando, güey. Ya está Tense, güey, en Kitchen, güey. I mean, maybe aquí sí entran, pero todavía falta un minuto, güey. Todavía tienen el minuto para rotarse para allá. Obviamente aquí no tienen un lurker.
It's that prior conditioning here with 40 seconds left.
Mira, Seconds ya se quedó, güey. Qué bueno. Ese es un buen hábito, güey. Buena kill, buena kill, buena kill.
He's still alive here, got his one, but 2 years also returned with the fire now. Feeling the heat, feeling the emphasis that he needs to make a play here. That's why he's going wide, dodge. The side there, away from the shutdown. Mosh pit, dissuading it, pushing back this one, but he doesn't expect the player above him. And around the back.
Oh my god.
Adjustment. Flicks to the side, luckily 2 years still there. Now the reckoning. Drop down with only 12 seconds left. There's no plan online. And stun here, up and away. Updraft all around.
Buena.
And Sentinels.
Wow.
Oh my god, saucy, güey.
No charges.
That's wild. The defense utility, though, was so much better this round than what we've been seeing so far. So Tens throws a nade lineup as he hears the drone coming through, which allows him to have denial of the plant pressure at the same time as flashing through the wall, which is sick. Those kind of timings, beautiful. It's also then, there's a
Oh my god, muy buena ronda. Muy buena ronda, güey. Muy buena ronda.
Utility pressure in that round. A lot better from what we've been seeing.
Una ronda muy importante para Sentinels, güey.
Yeah. Sentinels not wanting to go down quietly here. Dart dealt with.
A little bit of miscommunication there. Zekken wasn't sure that it was going to get broken, that Tens could see it.
Oh, y agarraron a 3, güey.
Retagged.
This is the first time we've seen someone try to play an aggressive position on pipes.
Should give the indicator. I mean, Tens has no way to get out of this one. There's too many spots to really account for. Well, for what?
No, güey. Tens no pudo, güey.
Luckily, Zekken is still here and collects. With 2 on the board now, maybe a chance for Sentinels really setting themselves up in an advanced position.
Oh my god, güey.
Not quite. still something to say about it. Let's bring it into a 3v3 now.
Qué buen molly, güey. Qué buen molly.
Sadak pushed away once more, and it's about bleeding it out. Another tap online this time. In the wingman, Dizzy over the top. Second back into the fight. Hello. Just not quite seeing that one over the top below him. Does not anticipate it, but guess what?
Oh my god.
Swinging it precisely at the right
Güey,
moments.
¿por qué no le disparó? Güey, ¿por qué no le disparó a KJ? Lo vio, güey.
No, these last 2 rounds have been lovely from Sen. If they keep playing like this, there are certainly chances for them.
Qué buena kill, güey, ahí. Y luego se lleva otro acá, güey. Oh my god, qué buenas kills.
Hit 2 great shots there. But also, the defensive utility is lovely. They're throwing great util to stop the plant going down, and then they're finding a timing to then flash and pop
Let's
back
go.
out to re-fight Loud. When Loud don't really have utility available. Sadak anticipated it, fell back, but they didn't win the duels.
Güey, tienen que ganar 2 rondas más, güey, para quitarles este...
Yeah, time to show some
Oh, let's go.
He does get the value from it.
Sadak playing that spot way more aggressively than Zelsis was.
Pero están sobre rotando, güey. Oh, no, que. Se va Raptors, güey. Qué bueno. Me gusta esto, me gusta esto, me gusta esto. Spike está en A, güey. Spike está en A.
It's going to be difficult, especially when Tense is holding knife for anything like that.
And for Loud, I mean, you can feel they're trying to bait out these aggressive reclears.
Yep.
Just why, you know, the pump fake, waiting, throwing out a high tide, seeing if they flash through the wall and try and fight through it, but...
Yeah, you've got to make the timings as difficult as possible for Sen to find them.
Lo vio, güey. Lo vio.
He is exposed, though. You are right. Many chances for him to be swung from a multitude of angles. It's all about the reactions. Now, yes, he still has a dash, but it's not active. Here he goes. Dart has to cover himself. His own footsteps there away from it. Go for the re-swing now across.
Oh my god, no la pudo matar, güey. Buena kill de Celtics.
Spamming and spraying and a bit of praying. Let's get the job done there with the removal onto 2 years. Kawazine, though, will not be pushed back and away. And QCK is his time to come alive.
Oh my god.
Risks necessary in this spot, especially when you're a player down.
The Pit invested in a 3v4 here.
That's dirty.
It does cover the spike.
Yeah, look at that. Stretches all the way over towards it, and he still has 2 snake bites as well. That will put the time pressure now onto Sentinels. This could be the 12th round for Loud. It's about how they navigate it. It's about how they sail through a tap. Forwards now. What is the next wave of things? QCK.
Oh my god, qué buena kill.
Now sticking though, already there. That's going to be the wingman, putting that pressure onto a Hunter's Fury. Skipping a hop over to the top. And well, it's just been stuck.
Let's go!
All of it.
That's incredible.
Güey, Carnalito creo que la desplantó, ¿eh?
Wingman does not take additional damage from the Pit being
Creo que
there, but they
Carnalito...
just assumed that it did. They didn't deal with Wingman the entire time.
What? Carnalito
When
MVP,
you're
güey.
dealing with a player, the combination of Pit and the vulnerable is just devastating. You can do nothing about that. But the Wingman is, he doesn't care about it.
Yeah, he is.
Look
no
at
man.
him.
He is no man. He does not care.
Oh, bro. Sliggy losing his
God
mind.
damn.
Oh my goodness.
Keep guns. Off back rafter if you can get it. Actually, no, it's not.
Let's go. 10-11, güey. 10-11. Let's go, W.
Wrestling off the rounds now. Really making it almost even here. One step away from 11 to 11.
And yeah, Sen's ult bank is just huge. They found so much more value out of being able to deny the plant and then getting off a good retake there. Perhaps with a little bit of luck involved too, but they got themselves a player advantage beforehand anyway. Zekan's been spotted. What does that do to Sadak's calling here?
Try and speed it up, or do you want to go in a different direction? It looks like they want to just try and tackle it into A. Now, Zekan didn't use his dash again. Important to note that one, because now as that U2 goes flying, still he's looking for a shot.
Oh no.
Adjust it. Time still just
Fuck, no pudo, güey.
back away. Doesn't want to get punished for that one with the count. It's a spam, a tap from Sadak. Get himself into the cove, locked down.
Love that. Early timing on the lockdown stops Loud from setting up to break it. And it's also not positioned over towards screens. Yes, it doesn't go as deep, but Zelsis is going to make sure that there aren't people playing these aggressive post-plant positions.
Throws them out and away. They deal with the
Buena.
util, and how do they deal with these players? Zekan just wants to take up the straight up fight, attack. Baiting it out now, Nade, a bit short and shy off the mark there. Still damage is being done to a multitude of players. Only 3 left standing for Loud, but again, anyone can
Buena.
win it. You just have to just rely on
Tense.
a bit of that RNG. Zek,
No.
Tens, pushing with the operator. Sadak still stands. Have on it, they don't have it. Still, John has got to stick it now.
Let's go.
Top of the rifle or praise.
Let's go.
Praying from 2 years. Sentinels, barely there.
Solo quiero ser
Just
amado.
over.
Te entiendo, mi loca.
They look in control, though, of these retake situations, which is something that we weren't seeing from them in
Time
those
out, güey.
3
Time
or
out.
4 rounds.
11-11, let's go. 2 rondas más, 2 rondas más.
The lockdown is so nice from Zelsis. Teams have come up with protocols to be able to deal with the lockdown that's over towards screens. They have a player up aggressive, or they have some kind of, you know, nade combo. Sadak has lineups for it too. But throwing that out in a different position over towards heaven.
2 rondas más, pasa lo que pasa, aquí se termina.
It's not going to get broken. You know they're not on aggressive positions. You can
O nos
start
vamos
the
a
retake
overtime o
from-
aquí GG's. Son unos changos y no saben, güey.
Yeah.
Los otros streamers. Hay streamers que nomás no, güey.
Drone.
Resist, güey. Te juro por Dios que le da pinche energía y le da vibras a este.
Feels like a big
Sí
hit.
podemos
Should
jugar,
be a
pero
big
te
hit.
vas a tener que
Second.
esperar.
Where are you going? Where are you going? With 4 seconds left, is this being
Oh,
held
qué
for?
buen
Yes.
tiro.
Look at that awareness. Jump spot.
Oh my God.
Holy, updraft dash,
Oh
but he can't
my
escape
God.
it. Sadak was hot on the heels. Set to
¿Qué
punish
fue
it.
eso?
Deep dart now. Thrash being used just off the initial tap here, but doesn't really spot anything at all. In fact, no detainments because QCK, again, lurking up through, spots it out with a nano swarms broken, both of them.
Celsius has a time
Okay.
to try to disrupt this.
Qué buena.
Strong.
Celsius.
So now it's going to be a 4v4.
Backside
Tenemos...
gains. Plan for Sadak. Not going to be pushed away this time. Moshpit just a little bit too delayed and late. It's going to be setting themselves up potentially in a favored.
Placing alarm bot.
4 contra 4.
The retake of Sentinels. Jump spot, just seeing.
Oh, bueno.
Back away.
Tú
so
juegas-
now
tú-
with
Cállese,
the
mamahuevo.
Spam, bit of spray. Spot flash play. Tens, man. He's taking it to him.
No,
Damage done, though.
Tens,
Happened that time.
güey.
Was expecting that follow up, especially with 2 years there.
Ten se
But what can he really
sobrecalentó,
do in
güey, y
this
sacó
spot?
las navajas, güey.
V3. We have to find one of the fights, and Zelsis isn't keen on giving him it. Now Sassy sticking, half already. Options dwindling. It's a high-low.
¡Buena!
And that is up to 12 now for Sentinels. This is an absolutely
Es que tú eres más
incredible
variedad,
resurgence from this
güey.
team
Has
on
jugado
this map
mucho
in particular.
Roblox,
I mean, they're
juegas
looking to
mucho
seal this one
Roblox,
up
a
for
veces
2.
Minecraft, Rocket, Valo. Tú eres más variedad.
And the Sen retake was too much for them. 3
O
rounds
sea,
in a
si
row
quieres ver
now.
un buen jugador,
The flash
compe
to
y
the
freestyler,
case
Logan,
lovely,
güey,
and then
100%.
Sen players playing high-low
Pero eres
positions.
muy variedad, pa. Ya no eres Rocket como antes, güey. Antes eras full Rocket todos los días y sí.
Just on point. Every time we get a little sneak peek at the replays.
¡Let's go!
Sen,
Una ronda
5
más.
rounds
Vamos,
in a row to be
papos.
able to get up to match point
Ay.
and set up a date with Gen G.
Aggressive. Here it is.
Oh,
Adjustment
no.
not there in time. He just tried to flick to the
No,
side.
güey.
It was actually Tens who was the one who went down there to a bit of random spam, updraft and away.
Vio a todos,
Back
güey.
in. Gotta respect now with a reckoning.
It's incredible that Sen are winning these rounds while the early fights are going so terribly for them.
Sadak with the plan. Not gonna be pushed back. You gotta think now. Loud. Again, surely set up for success, but I said that last time. It was Sen who ended up taking it, but this time there's a player disadvantage. Doubled up, shoulder to shoulder, round to the back. 2 years showing presence.
Buena.
Little jiggle and offset there with a movement, but not gonna expect Kawazine, and he's still here, alive and kicking, weaving in and out, dodging, juking, playing with his team, spraying them all the way.
No,
through.
no, nos vamos a ir a overtime,
On the
güey.
cards.
Oh my god.
Finally, Loud able to
¿Ya
get
ves?
that round that's been eluding them for so long.
No, overtime.
Treated to an overtime.
Vengo, voy al baño.
Huge performance from Loud, not allowing their resolve to crumble. A reminder, we've obviously never had that 2-0 between these teams this year. We've had more back and forth occurrences. But that little resurgence from Sen has taken us to a spot where it does look like a possibility, unless Loud can dig deep.
Yeah, revisiting it. Of course, it was Loud, you know, they won that one 2-0 in their initial matchup in 2024. Fought back immediately by Sen in the finals where they took it an absolute bomb burn. I mean, it was a map 5 world-class game from both of these teams. Pushed once more.
Revealing area.
Dart. Broken. QCK forwards position as the sides are switched around. We know he's been getting aggressive. The question is, Sen gonna pushed away from this now to Dizzy. Didn't even really connect him. He was so close to the corner, but he
No,
doesn't
güey, que ya
land the
empezó,
shot,
güey.
so backs away. Showing presence there with the operator. He wants a second goal. I think.
Oh my
Sassy,
God.
Not expecting it. The rest allowed, backing him up still. It's spraying
Oh,
and
güey,
messy.
dos
It's all over
contra
the bloody place.
2 contra 2 y 1, güey. O sea, es una bala y un güey ya muere, güey. Oh, fuck.
Do they know that everybody is here? I'm not sure they've seen Sadak. John
Maybe
picking
Rotan?
up that ult orb, one away from getting a pit online. If there was an ult that could turn this round, It would be that one. They've got to be concerned about the wall. Les can drop it at any point to try to set up the double face.
Doubled up side by side, top rafters.
Oh.
2 years. Important one to win was Elsis dropping. John QT sends the nade flying. The molly there. Just can't quite land the kill. He now has Slippery. He does have the pit, but does he choose to offload it? Of course he does. It's OT. And now drops it down. Evacuating the one.
No.
Ropes. Doesn't expect
NT,
2
güey.
Good
Fuck.
try, nice catch by Tui's. John was thinking about just slipping away.
Match point.
Come on, come on.
After getting that recovery in round 24.
Güey, esta
now put
kill, güey.
themselves up to map point.
Buenas trade y aquí todavía se llevaron. ¿Qué trades, güey? Güey, hubo un desverga ahí, güey.
Ended up getting some of that value. You can see John looks gutted. He wasn't able to pull that one off.
Está muy
So
cerca
going
esto,
into it,
Es de cualquiera,
Sen kept at 12. Zekken is going for the same thing, the glass cannon op. They have not found success with this particularly. But they've been winning anyway. A lot of those defensive rounds towards the end.
Y aquí van a entrar rápido, ve, güey.
Wow, they set their sights
Creo
over towards B. That's no
Oh
way.
my God, Johnny.
Very
Nearly
close.
tagging him up, draft
No.
over the top. That's QCK. Wonderful punish onto the corner. Even more where that came from. As the rest of his team, this is it. Set up for success. Set up for map 3. And you got to think it. It's
Oh
inevitable.
my
Top
God.
of the ropes. How is
Tense,
he
güey.
accurate
Buena.
there, running and gunning, but
No,
tense.
GG, güey.
Dealt with.
Oh.
Dropped. And a retake with the op.
Si Zekken se la hace, güey.
Fairy tale moment for Zekken, it will have to be. And he
No,
doesn't
güey.
expect it right there.
GG,
So
güey.
14
Nos vamos a
to
mapa
12.
3,
Wow.
güey.
We are going all the way.
Nos vamos mapa 3, Sunset, ahí los veo.
Deserves a map 3. I think Loud are a dangerous team to go up against, especially in decider maps like this. So here we go into the pistol.
Sentinels tiene un buena defensa, güey. So, me encanta que Sentinels vaya segundo, güey. Aquí,
And bait out Loud into making the play.
Really in a util, gotta be ready though. Dart.
Oh my God, casi se lo lleva, güey.
Does
Con...
not reveal Zekken.
¿Hay heal?
A bit of geometry maybe?
Yeah. Just a little safe pocket in the corner.
Güey, lo vio, ¿no?
It really looks like a preset plan, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
To insert Zekken here behind this segment of the Viper wall for him to be able to maneuver later on.
Thanks to the presence of it, with the door shut down.
Lo escuchó, güey.
There.
And Sadak is watching it.
It's actually Tui's really pushed up over towards A that I've got my eyes on at the moment. Just jiggle in this corner. Like I said, on split, the Loud compositions require a lot of jiggling without the Sentinel.
Here's the flash being sent flying.
Y sí lo agarraron.
Die, Sadak running and waiting.
Oh,
way
wow.
backwards, running
Y ese
and gunning
blind,
to the
güey.
frenzy. Only
Ese
had 4
blind y no-
bullets
y no-
left, he still managed to
fuck.
land that shot. So play disadvantage here for Sentinels. Get themselves the sight. Will be the plant on top of it. But what is the call after the fact?
Loud have so much utility on rifle rounds to be able to deny plants from going down. They don't have as much to work with here.
Barely missing. Flash pushing them away there.
Buena.
Paranoia was bad. He'd still face it with the guns. Now Sadak's all the way behind them. Dizzy. Tap onto it. It's going to be alerting the attention of these Sentinels players back and around, but they have so much to deal with now. The push and the pull.
Oh
of these
my
Loud
God.
players, just too elite.
Well handled there on the pistol for Loud.
Fuck.
I was watching the way that they dismantled EDG, and one of the big things they were amazing at was watching for the lurk through mid. And Sentinels on this pistol tried to do something very similar. They insert Zekken deep up mid, create a distraction elsewhere, and try to get value with Zekken.
Pero Zekken casi...
Sadak is always
Siento que
wary
les
of that kind of
funcionó
stuff.
porque si Zekken se hubiera agarrado esa kill
And
hubiera
here,
sido una
Zekken
ronda
forced to try to
completamente
fight a bit more
diferente.
aggressive in the post
Obviamente
round.
podemos
Just
decirlo
couldn't quite find
en
it.
todas las rondas, ¿verdad? O sea, si alguien agarra esa
Having
kill.
said that, though,
Pero,
with
o
the kills
sea,
that Sen
muy
got,
buena
they're
de
looking to try to
este...
force into the next.
de Sarhak. Creo que sí era Sarhak el que agarró el kill con Zekken. No, güey, que están forzando aquí, güey.
Direction you take it into looks like mid. The initial goal, slow and steady.
This is a real gamble, though. If it doesn't pay off for Sen, they're going to give Loud so much momentum in terms
Sí,
of the
güey.
economy, the ultimates.
Creo que la última vez que hicieron esto perdieron, güey. Cuando forzaron una segunda ronda, güey, perdieron, güey. Eso no me gusta.
Door with the pistols.
Me no like it.
Trying to avoid notifying Loud that they have forced up into this. Dizzy wide. With the flash. It's all connected together. QCK has to respect that one, just backing for now.
Oh, aquí lo va a clear, ¿no? Oh, what the
They
fuck?
didn't clear Zekken again. This spot is such a blind spot in the way that Loud are playing mid.
Oh my
wild.
God.
Major chances for Zekken to just again creep his way in there.
But like I'm saying, Bren, EDG tried this kind of setup where, you know, they cause the distraction and get a lurk. And Sadako Kawanzi just shut it down every time.
40 seconds, barely. Just drifting away here. Boombot. Use the flash, all in conjunction. Now to Dizzy, all the way through market. Nothing to really stand their ground, but Lex is still going to try and do it otherwise. ADS.
Oh, one trade.
The bullet tag just slowing him ever so slightly. Enough for Sadok to get that one.
One trade.
Now down here for Sen. No pushback from it, so they can start to play this post plan. But do they really want to do this? Just with the Stingers. It's like an awkward one to try and play into, especially when Kawazin has almost all off his util. A few more seconds left, and he will have the fault line, but there it is. Sends out the Aftershock, out wide, forces Celtics, no kill. Paranoia used in response to this one, and a second flash sets them back up with a deep smoke after really forcing Loud to push forwards into this one. A tap onto it again. Stunned up inside the smoke.
Una bala, güey, una bala.
On 21 health, diffusing now. Sadak onto half, has to be dealt with, has to be brought down, sticking it through.
No.
Not enough. Not with the Stingers.
Oh my God.
Scraping through.
Sadak's on the defuse. He got headshot by a Stinger and he just tanked it.
Yeah, did not care.
He just shrugged it off. Look at this. You see the stars sprinkling up around his head. He's got full confidence in the rest of the team. It is so difficult to cover the diffuser in that situation when there's a flank coming from market and TenZ throws that smoke. You just kind of get stuck inside of it. But wow, Loud now, having navigated that round and all the danger it posed, are going to be set up quite nicely at the beginning of this.
Doesn't really matter about Divide too much. 2 players spotted from the cam. Fast is the call here for Sentinels. Looking for a couple of kills, but out wide, a little bit too much.
Bueno, esta era una ronda muy lógica, güey. Esta era una ronda lógica, güey. Después de la ronda antepasada, güey, esto era mega obvio, güey. Ya, esto era muy normal, güey.
Is going to be looking good. Their ults are starting to come online too. It's the gamble that Sen went for. It's difficult to assess in hindsight because we're only seeing it having failed, but really there was a lot of danger there in round 2.
Sí, pudo haber sido buena, güey, pero, o sea, como no les funcionó, güey, ahora estás regalaste una extra ronda, güey.
Simply not the reality we live in, though, and that's the first time that Sen have gone down early in a half. Remember, they won the pistols every other time across Split and Icebox. So this is a new situation where Loud are the ones able to develop some even footing for themselves. Dizzy, just to see whether anybody's trying to contest into mid.
And interestingly enough, I mean, 2 years has opted for the operator. There was a deep dart set up earlier, so he's got this deep line down into A. He's going to be giving a lot of mid-round information again to his team.
Y otra vez, güey. Aquí, oh no. Oh my God.
Walking straight into it.
Leaning on his history as a duelist player there, Tuiz, and he's absolutely finessed that. Does he anticipate TenZ being up top, though, inside the one-way?
Maybe a punish in sight here. 2 players left. Will the smoke fade in time? Still
this
waiting
is bizarre.
for it. It is bizarre. It's a flash. Repeat now.
Oh my God, TenZ!
Kawazin! He was leaping across.
TenZ!
Tap from TenZ with the bullets in the end. Still, QCK dropped back to 30 health. Now, heal himself back up. Could play into this one with the ult. Might even choose to do so. See if it makes a real difference here. But Sassy does have his ult back online. Picked up from Prior, and here it is. The second round of things. Thrash. Spawn. Broken to pieces. Clear the close left corner, but still. Who does want to just try and take a fight there. John QT.
Oh, wait. Imagínate que maten a John.
This spot and just walking right over him. QCK. There's that trade with the pop flash now. In and out.
Buena.
Still with a util in his hands. Caught lacking and slacking.
But QCK did not go for the ultimate in that spot.
No agarraron el OP, güey, la dejaron.
Available to them into the next. They decided not to invest. Thought they weren't favored enough.
Dijeron, no, ni de pedos, güey.
So the bonus round doing a little bit of damage, not too much. A lot of it coming down to that play from TenZ.
Oh, yeah.
His omen on this map is so creative and flashy. It's wild.
Oh, güey, si tuviera como 4 balas más, güey, creo que sí lo mata.
Everybody there.
Yeah, looked like maybe a few more bullets he could have done it, but he's just that guy when it comes to this map on the omen.
So pretty classic defensive setup here for Loud with QCK and Kawanzin holding over towards A. They do have 3 or 4 different defensive setups that they like to cycle through. And Sen trying to figure out which one they're going for is important. Loud also love going to the switch and closing the door in mid. It's something that they prioritize all the time, whether it's Les or 2E's doing it. And you can hear it now. It's just gone down. That gives Sen some information.
Oh my god.
Fault line.
Yeah, force out the fault line early. Well, somewhat early in the round.
Yeah. Trouble is with the door being closed down in her face, it does force Sen to just go back, double back, break it. Throw it in like they could be defaulting into a different direction.
This pause in the round
of a crossfire.
This pause in the round
Oh
is really
my god.
going to incentivize risks from QCK and Kawanzin.
You can hear it. He's lacking the info. He's jump spotting. He's punished for it.
I know exactly.
Tense has cleared out the whole of elbow with his ult.
Ya saben dónde están todos, güey.
As well, give that additional confirmation. Now the smoke's going to be dropped down. Play it down. Will be the plant. Sentinels get themselves into it here with a player advantage. Now's the time to shine. Don't count loud out too much just yet, though. Grouped up together.
No, Celtics.
The blunder. Can't swing into that one.
But it went blind, güey.
Paranoia in front of it. Sadak, he had to be the playmaker there, and he was not. Drop down, now a flash of their own. Tens, repositions on top of Jenny. Vulnerable, snake bite. Goodness me.
Everyone on loud save.
Güey, eso estaba loco de Tens, güey. Güey, lo único bueno fue de eso es que no hicieron swing, güey. Si hubiera hecho swing, güey, lo hubieran sentado a la verga, lo hubieran castigado bien culero, güey. Se hubiera quedado, güey. Creo que tenía más posibilidades.
Who understand the rhythm of the game and can make plays like that to try to turn situations in their favor.
Let's go.
And that early economical
3-2, güey. 3-2.
advantage that Loud had to work
Let's go,
with,
baby.
It's getting chipped away at here.
It is. I mean, this is
It really
essentially.
is.
I mean, two of the players can't be mine.
Let's go, baby.
Just seeing that on the replay again, it's such a large punish onto QCK. And it's all due to that freeze that John Cutie calls into the round. They force out the fault line, and then they freeze everybody, group up A main, and look to try to punish the info peak. It's so similar to how they were approaching their split attack side with the real slow, patient game. At some point, Loud need info on defense.
That's when the punishers come through. Different combination with a Yuto being used. This time Dizzy up in the air, flash through into elbow.
And it's all fake presence. As Sentinels quickly, after going for their default utility, group up on B. They shouldn't be too worried about B main with the door being closed.
I'll be looking for an orb on Zelsis. Or online, we'll be able to go for the B pop. Or not. Just avoiding it.
It's not as important against the Cyclist comp.
Yeah. It's true. Now the
Went blind, güey. Ese blind estaba loco, güey.
Second deep into the angle. Decay damage kicking in, almost getting brought down himself. He's on 60 health. He's going to be a thorn in their side, though, when this retake starts to come online for Loud.
Yeah, he's very isolated.
Very isolated. Smoke to play in.
Buena, 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 buena.
And rule that angle.
Buena kill, buena kill. Fue una kill muy importante.
It's traded equally.
The timing actually here from John looks fairly good.
Yeah, he has to potentially get a move on, but it's up to the rest of his team, I think, to
He might
dissuade
catch
and
the
push them
Phoenix
back.
ult.
Yeah, Paranoia's there, and he does catch it. QCK just alive. No
Lo vio, ¿no?
Deep cam round the back, Louder left really scrambling, looking for options, and they've decided to take the fight! Force him to win! Tens wins that! Get out of here!
¿Cómo?
No tap on Twitter, pressure's mounting, incredibly so. 2 years facing with
No,
all the
ma-
kills. You're joking, but the pressure too much.
Oh, wait.
No! What a bonkers round!
Güey, what? Yo pensé que habían perdido esa ronda, güey. Ya me iba a enojar, güey. Ya me iba a enojar y iba a romper el teclado de Junior, güey.
Into B main. That's where most of the post plant on B is going to come from. Is this
Oh
battle
my god,
about
qué
who
kill.
can dominate B main control. And Loud really did a great job of that. Being able to,
Remaining.
I mean, they should have been able to catch Tens earlier.
Let's go.
Ya esa ronda estaba loca, güey.
But the flank timing coming in from John, and Tens and John buying so much time, ending that round in such a weird fashion.
Yeah. Bizarre set of circumstances. We're hitting a bit of a repeat here for Sentinels.
Unless is looking to challenge B main early on.
Holding the angle, but actually, fuel going to be fading.
Oh
What is
my
that?
god, Les,
Just
güey.
pre-aiming, anticipating it for seconds, so tight to the angle there.
Qué buen trade, güey, pero esa madre sí va a ir muy fea.
To this map, but it's get back onto the board with that one.
Mataron a Sassy,
Currency
güey.
went and took the ult orb over towards A, so he now has the Rolling Thunder online.
Second was an initial tap, but now going to be sticking it for the plant. Does have his ult online now for it. Here's the Rolling Thunder. Back into them. Showstopper to use. There's a bit of a reaction into this one. And second, his whole goal is to really slow this one down. TP dodging out of the way. On top of the box, they're going to expect this one to drone. We'll see it. Tags him up. So eventually, Tens will be spotted into this one and done spot. The QCK through the wall. Favored for it. That's the wallbang angle on top of it now. It's an interesting fight to be taken.
Buena.
John. QT
Come on, John.
Turns it into a 2 versus 2. 2 tagged up by the knife, but just a tap onto the head. Spots it now, Zelsis. So much more in this position. Sadak feeling frantic in nature.
Does he have it?
I don't know.
Creo que no la tiene, no la tiene, no la tiene, no la tiene. No, no, no. No, no, no.
Oh my goodness.
What?
These rounds are coming down to fractions of a
Bruh.
second. And despite John's best efforts, Sadak's able to win that one in the 1v1. A little bit more patience.
Qué buena
from Zelsis
kill,
would
güey.
have done it. Oh, gonna be kicking himself. You can't offer loud opportunities like that. You can see Sadak wasn't even sure.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
Of how tightly contested these rounds have been. I mean, the economy's taken a bit of a tumble. Some weird, dodgy buys across the board.
Camera taken.
Kangzin and QCK dominate A main to start this round out. That allows them to build up towards the Phoenix ult.
Sassy tiene ulti, güey. I wonder si hace clear aquí, güey.
Explore mid again. They haven't done this in a while.
Hello, ult to try and fake the presence over towards A, maybe even pin to some of these players. And yeah, they're just barreling all the way through into mid. There's an aid! Watch
Buena.
it. Celtis still here. John QT though, they're just trying to dominate this one. This one singular position. They do control A main. It's throwing a bit of chaos into the mix. In through the back of the side, just spots the elbow. Just spots the elbow. Look at this way, that way,
My
didn't know where
god.
the players are going to be coming from. Sassy, last one left. Could have been granted
Ya
one
sí ahorrar, güey.
extra. Gets the one, backs out. 50 seconds.
Ya ahorrar, güey.
Round.
It always gets me listening to the Brazilian fans chanting against Sassy. It just seems so wrong. He's in a very difficult situation.
9 bullets. Didn't opt to reload. Didn't want to give away any sound cues.
If he finds a timing to separate individuals, maybe he could get something done. He doesn't have to be anywhere near the plant.
It doesn't.
Everyone on Loud is
They're
so
going to make
grouped.
mistakes. They're going to make mistakes. They don't think he's there on the angle in time. He's caught himself into the 1 versus 2. Oh, slow line here for Sadak, but he doesn't really find a time to use it, but the dart reveals all. Sassy has to pull up.
Oh my god!
Absolute
Oh my god!
5 HP drop down, backing away. Now, why?
Let's go! Oh my god, Sassy, bro! Don't get lost in the sauce, baby!
Against the
Woo!
former team. Silence in the Brazilian crowd.
Holy shit.
That clutch is like a dagger to the heart of Loud. Unbelievable.
Oh my god.
I've seen Sassy get these before when he was playing in Americas. It's all down to him playing the Gecko. The fact he can be so far away from where the plant goes down, his positioning is just immaculate in that situation. Loud are not thinking about it.
Sassy as a player.
Holy shit, me dio escalofríos esa pinche jugada, güey.
When it comes to those first kills, the first deaths, last map. Wasn't having a good game.
A la verga, güey. Le dieron hasta lo que no.
Relatively unscathed, all things considered there. Just backing away from the rifle. Being rained down. Massive round up. Still left reeling myself. Flash clearance. Snakebite to respond.
And Loud are going exploring through mid. If Sen back off here, thinking that it's a B stack because of all of that utility in their face, they may end up running into danger. John's watching it, and they do still have a trip there.
Tens,
In
güey.
terms of anticipating 4 players,
Tens. Half cleared. Now crossfire. Set up forward, no or theft. Everybody scattered to the winds. Loud realise it. Okay, we've been found out. Got to back away now. Just try and flood back into this. Do some economic damage. So, util flying forward.
¿Sí plantó carnalito?
To push away the plan though. So still, spike down and out.
Oh,
Hello,
okay.
Juicy K.
Wait, what?
No turn on the fire. He's still alive here.
¿Qué le pasó ahí?
It shouldn't be dangerous, but when the Loud players hit shots,
Just never know. Tap. QCK. Hello. It's rattling their heads now. Already 2 taken, stricken off the list. Thrash has to be used. He popped the ult. He popped the ult, man.
He got caught by it, though.
He's trying to time it, yeah. Detained up into the corner here. Potentially winnable, though. Now, man, it's looking more likely. Finally fades away, and he's back into it, but here it is. The follow-up. With all the rifles online.
He doesn't have the time.
My God.
Instant
effort.
What?
Unbelievable
Wait,
how close
QCK
these
es una
rounds go.
riatísima.
You know,
Holy
they've got
shit.
an enormous advantage. They've got rifles. They're in a post-plant position, and yet it still feels.
Se lleva 3 o 4, güey. Aquí se lleva 1. Güey, yo quiero ver el de Second, güey. Second se vio que se lleva 3, 4, güey, sí, porque se llevó a Celsius. A Second.
That is going to harm the economy, but not in a way that has immediate effect. But it's going to keep a lid on Sen's economy getting out of control and going to allow Loud some opportunities.
God damn! Time out, güey.
But Sen have been playing so grouped up. He hasn't really found those opportunities.
No sé si me gusta un 6-6, güey.
As Kawanzin and QCK move their way over the B.
Just calling up from the back of it. Now 2 years. This time standing strong, just trying to brave the onslaught as well. Russia players now ready to push him back and away.
Zels is getting the ult online, can counter Sadak. You can see Sadak getting set up to go for the ult. Oh, they just rip it anyway.
Okay. Send it out wide. Smoke's not even propped up yet. Zekken in position, breaking. It's for the dart. Now a plant. It's the next layer of this one. Sentinels. Do they have anything cooked up to try and find?
Come on, baby.
Further?
Come on. Let
Normally,
him
now they're
cook.
throwing a lot of utility early for plant denial.
Hunter's Fury. Molly's going to be used towards the back of the side. Hunter's Fury.
Se lleva.
Connection. Zekken falls. Couple of beams of that one, but still not being dislodged from these positions. Tent up top. Familiar angle. Has the ult now for a classic reposition. Ult into the back of the side. Could be anyone's game on a knife's edge. Every single instance. Tent sticking the.
Oh my God.
With the ult into the back, but he has been cleaned up. 2 years there. It's a 1v2. Taps it. Gets sassy.
Oh
no.
no.
Bides his time, waits it out, and now it has been fully drawn down.
Buena. Buena. Buena.
But not the round.
6-4, güey. Holy shit. Se está poniendo muy
The
cerca esto.
retakes, they are effective, but just not enough to be able to get over the line for Loud.
Muy cabrón esto,
It's Ten's position, I think, here that is the magic. Look at him, the way that he's able to wiggle out and avoid being traded because he's got the pillar to dance around. It looks lovely. The way that Sen is setting up these post plants is dealing with a lot of what Loud are going for. And when you saw Loud demolish EDG here, one of the things they were doing on their AoE takes was throwing in a lot of plant denial, making it uncomfortable for EDG to get into good post plant spots. Well, they can't do that when Zelsis is ulting them.
Shadows traveling. Possible. Util cut away. And all these close rounds just going down straight to the wire.
Come on, güey.
Economy. It's not good.
No. And how many times
7, güey. Un 7 aquí, güey. 7-4 en esta, güey. Vamos, come on.
In every half. This time, they actually have to grind their way back into ecoing Loud. And off the back of a 1v3 from Sass.
Come on. Come on.
Recovery. Oh, there's danger there, though, with these Loud players. They're opting for a stack over towards B. 2 years again. Same spot he's been playing.
Creo que acá van a ir a. Creo que van a ir a, güey.
Really disrespecting them, though. Just holding the angle for some util. Needs to. Is this a paranoia?
Yeah, I mean, what is the timing of this?
I don't know. I mean, he's found, okay, he's found something. Maybe just hearing a footstep, but none of the flash is connecting. Gives up the space, just seeking to delay as long as possible. Sentinels, though, looking likely they're going to have an open sight. 2 years is really trying to make this feel like there's lots of players here. Nades,
buena.
Spam the box in the common angles. They do deal with him, and finally the flood defense is here in time, but can Loud do anything about it? Beautiful dart. Everybody lit up here. Even with the stingers, there's danger. Danger in abundance.
Oh my God, qué buen trade. Oh my God, qué buena ronda. Holy shit. Se estaba poniendo cabrón esta ronda. Holy shit. Oh my God. Último punto, let's go. 8-4.
And saves the rest of his team. They needed it. They were all barreled up in sight. They looked over.
Bunker and down. That's a terrible post plan to be playing against.
Yeah.
Or playing in position, at least.
Well, you see how much more difficult it looks for Sentinels when Loud are close by, able to flood defend and throw that utility to put pressure on them before they can get into post plan positions. And Tens bails them out. Top of the scoreboard. doing
Let's
things
fucking go, come
fantastically,
on.
playing from similar spots.
Deep cross map knife. Be landing over towards market.
And that's going to give them a good idea about what the defensive setup looks like, because often QCK is going to be on A.
So a good indicator now. Just waiting for the right time to strike. Thrash. Regenerated the util. They cut up the side actually through the back here.
Sí lo agarró.
Into mid, but won't be any follow-up. At least onto that one. QCK should be alive as well. He's got some backup.
¿Tensi hizo TP, güey, o fue fake? ¿O quién fue? ¿Fue Twist?
Louder playing
Fue
really
Twist,
heavily
fue
for
Twist.
backside B control, which is going to allow them to get players in, flooded.
Hit it as well. Just to play for it. QCK does have his own ult now. Run it back. Finally initiated. He was suppressed in time, but just let it loose. Maybe seeing if he can hunt down a few of these kills. And yep, Zelsis caught. Util out in his hands. Wasn't really quite aware of that one, Dizzy. Tagging away.
Wow.
Second spammed. Dart. Here we go. Only 3 players left now. Loud. Fast on the approach. Aftershock there, but a quick TP into the corner. Paranoid order. Util layered.
No, güey, se van a morir los dos ahí, güey.
Scintillating, sizzling
Oh.
away. Spraying them down with the rifles gained. That's
Wow.
Loud. Up to a 5 round.
7-5, let's go. Vamos al cambio de juego. Cambio de lado. Voy al baño.
So many other rounds. Yeah, and actually, I think the story over the last couple of maps has been not so much Sen getting the advantage at the
Okay, come
beginning
on,
of
let's
the round,
fucking go.
but just
Defense.
having really strong ways of being
Sentinels
able
tiene
to
un
close things out.
una defensa
Defense has been
hermosa,
amazing
güey.
in those spots. And so we go into a pistol, which is insanely important, especially for Loud, I think, to be able to get online. Complete contacting up. Zelsis picks a mid-round timing. Knife destroyed. Could be anybody there.
Backhand out. Still open towards his back. Okay.
So close to getting punished there.
Oh,
Very
shit.
close. I mean, Les was quick onto the angle. Onto that avenue of opportunity. They want to flood out now, facing with the bodies.
Went blind.
Paranoid back.
Oh,
That's unreal.
no.
Blind is the fadeaway. Damage has been done definitely to Zelsis here. Single shot will do it. Touch close. There it is.
Oh, went blind.
Chest brings
Oh,
him
NT,
down.
güey.
Can't
Fuck.
do much. So Loud with that pistol round, you got to think. Back in charge.
No van a forzar aquí, ¿verdad?
Good for
Aquí
it.
ni de pedos la fuerza,
To have
¿verdad?
not won a pistol round the entire series and then get both of them in the decider
Sí,
map
exclamación Discord.
could end up being crucial. No way of knowing yet. But Sen are certainly not going to force into this one again. On the defense side, not as many kills. That's a ridiculous kill, though. That is a ridiculous one. But the fact that QCK was the tip of the spear is going to start building his way up to the Phoenix ult. And Loud started that with such a contacting approach.
Willing to give anything away.
Fuck.
Main benefit of it
Esta es
being-
una, bueno, esta es una ronda entre comillas perdida, güey. I mean, al menos que Sentinels la juegue así mega. Pegue todos sus tiros, güey, o sea, puro headshot. Está muy cabrón, güey. Está muy cabrón que ganen esta ronda, güey. Muy, muy cabrón, güey, que ganen esta ronda.
It's a good post-plan position as well. Just for the spike to be dropped down, laid down. Snake bite.
It looks like Sen are going to send utility here, rather than trying to save it.
See if they can take an early fight. And you're right. I mean, could get costly. Normally you want to be saving these pieces of util, but clearly Sentinels thinking, feeling like it could be winnable, but
Nah.
not with the gun disadvantage.
Es muy lógico
I mean,
esto.
keep an eye on the Sen retakes on A once we have rifles online, but that was very easy.
Ya, eso está
I think
bien.
that's gonna
No.
put people in positions where they need to go for light armor. Well, it could end up being important against the Bulldog and the Stinger. You know, the fact that they ended up investing there in the utility to go for the retake. But I think Sen are going to be confident in those kind of rounds once guns are online. Their comp can just util dump spots on A. It's very difficult to hold on to post plants. That was most of the metagame actually that we saw in the last time that these teams faced on Sunset, was how they approached the A retakes.
The bonus round now to be cooked up for Loud. They've got plenty of danger in it. I mean, that ran it back earned. QCK, this guy is frying. I mean, he's 20-10 currently.
Ya, QCK está cooking, güey.
Score.
Oh, buena.
No, it's happened.
W.
A face, that contact play style, finally punishment in place.
Yeah, but I mean, what, what a spray from Zelsis!
Yeah.
They're trying to punish the orb.
Y vieron a Omen, ¿no? Omen saben que está ahí.
Targeted.
Saben que Omen está ahí, ¿no?
To a spot that Tens is often like into play, but it's second up there this time. In market. The trip not broken though. They know it's fake market pressure.
Push up B.
Yeah, this is a weird one.
No way.
Did they spot a hint of 2Es. Was there that question mark on the minimap?
Maybe.
Yeah, pinged out, I think.
Yep, it is. Leaning this way. Celsius.
Oh
He's
my
a low
god.
player, but he decides to take the fight anyway, not set up onto that angle with any form of util. Sassy now, he's in a one and done. Dart has to be broken, and he's revealed his position now. This is problematic. Still util.
No, güey.
Util now, 10's right behind them. Sends out the Paradox.
Went blind. Oh, tiene spike.
Gonna be dropped down. Most of his team nowhere near here.
Buen
Les
trade.
is the last one standing.
This flank from Sen has worked
No me
beautifully.
gusta esto,
The
güey.
Loud players barely reacted. I don't think they knew where that paranoia was coming from. Has left Les in a 1v3 in a much worse position than Sassy was when he was able to get the plant down.
Yeah, I mean, 15 seconds left in the round. It's an impossible scenario.
10 seconds left.
And Les will just be trying to win this one while the rest of the team in silence scratches their head, wondering where it all went wrong here.
Oh, come on.
Pick onto Celsius.
Si lo matan
Sassy
sería
in
joya,
such
güey.
a
Pero
difficult
si no lo
position,
matan.
and the flank from B bailed him out.
Oh, fuck.
This might be Sentinels just getting a bit of a read, I think, in terms of how Loud want to play and set up into this one, of how
Oh my
many
god.
risks they were taking on this round
Let's
against
go.
the bonus round.
Let's go.
Right? You think about it, pushing through into B main,
Yeah.
hard flanking through the back,
30 seconds left.
giving them all that information.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah,
I think
yeah, yeah.
going for flank plays like that just plays really nicely into Loud's composition, which lacks the Cypher. Anytime you can get aggressive like that, yeah, go for it. Why not?
Let's
Loud
go.
Not going to
Come
have
on.
that information, and they're going to find it difficult.
Titans not to be dislodged from this spot. There's a Phoenix flash in his face, though. Won't be punished and dropped down.
What? ¿Por qué se aventó aquí, güey?
Everything. The kitchen sink being tossed and turned and chucked at them. Out through market. Flash over the way. Ring around. Rosie's. It
my
can
god.
escape.
So now we get to see Loud in a post plan. We saw a lot of it from Sen.
Qué buen blind, eh?
Paranoia, yeah. Thrash as well. It's all being laid out on top of one another. Fast. Cover play. Shock into the corner was utilized a little bit earlier, but everybody tucked into main. Do have the orb for this one. Actually some mollies as well. We're going to see how the util just reigns supreme into it. Dizzy over the top. Anything to try and latch onto this.
Están esperando para el ulti de...
For the Thrash?
I don't even know. I mean, listen, it's going to be 1 second left. He wants to use it, but again, somebody needs to get onto this one. Already detained. Into the side, into the corner. Where is the time pressure? Hello! Finally, wingman down, and the rifle's there. Has to be bodyguard duty. Spraying them all down. Wingman!
No.
He's stopped in his tracks. Half tapped. Sassy. No more to
Oh
do.
my
No more to
god.
work with.
Oh, estaba
This
tan
game, more
cerca,
than
güey.
any that I've seen recently, has featured just everyone dead on both sides kind of post plans.
Holy
Where things
shit,
are
esta
coming down to
partida,
time
güey,
so
puede ir para
much.
cualquier
I mean,
cabrón.
both teams playing this kind of more passive setup over towards B with the post plan, but throwing a couple of people in aggressively to draw out early utility. And so teams are getting stalled in these
Oh my
spots.
god.
If Wingman had not gone down there, we could have had a very similar situation to Icebox, where little bro's just sat inside the pit, just
Little bro.
tinkering away, cutting the red wire.
Little bro.
It's a good heads up from Loud, though. They get the 3 kill spraying down. I think most teams might just end up stopping the spray. Thinking that they got everybody. All the targets are
Agarró a dos,
No.
güey.
Diligent.
I wonder, does this knife incentivize Sentinels to go for the B push again? Is there going to be some kind of trigger that gets Sen going aggressive on the map? You see that John is moving around his Cypher setups. This time he's got a cam in mid, so they don't have to play that particularly. Just
Fuck.
rely on the camera. A trip for market because Sen were playing B main kind of aggressively to start the round.
Smells like a B retake.
It does. And obviously you don't want to be hard anchoring the site against Kawanzin's Rolling Thunder.
No.
But also Loud would love to save it if they get the info that it's a B retake setup.
Hello. Where's that orb going? Straight up into the sky.
Not where it's supposed to.
Oh, rolling thunder now, though. You can feel the presence. Now
Qué buen blind, qué buen blind.
Peas and away, back to the corner, actually. He's
Not
in an
away.
even deeper angle. He wants to try and take the fight to them. Flash. Force to set it up. That's Celsius.
Qué buenas kills, güey.
Dynamic duo just weaving in and
Qué buena
out
kill,
of
qué buena
the
kill.
defense. This time, reigns supreme.
I love it. I think this map is set up so nicely for B flood defending. And the way that Tens
Oh
just
my god,
eats
qué
the
bueno.
reach ult and still is able to survive and get a kill. Yeah, they just assumed, okay, nobody would be silly enough. Nobody would be
10 seconds
whimsical
left.
enough
Oh my
to
god.
take a teleport into the corner while stunned up. You're dealing with 10s.
He goes through it.
He's taken the brain of Angel and Redgar and combined with the skill and
9-8.
impeccable
9-8,
timing
güey.
of-
9-8. Let's fucking go, vamos.
Himself.
Yeah, yeah. Who's got it like he does?
Yeah. He's stylish, man. He's stylish. But on a knife's edge. One of the only rounds, really, that just goes entirely the way of Sen.
Güey, Loud, Paper X y...
The money back down here for Loud.
Y Sentinels GNG, güey, está
Once
loco,
Sen
güey.
start building up a little bit of momentum like this,
Sería loco si eso pasa.
could see them pulling away.
Right here.
Fuck, no sé. Esto está muy cerca, güey, para
Love
cualquier
a
equipo.
thrifty here.
Seen him do it. Sharp with the sheriff.
Oh, qué buena, güey.
As he dealt with flash
Tres, güey.
forward,
Saben que
that
están
knife
aquí, güey.
Gets the confirmation. No one peeking off of it, though.
No le den a QCK, güey, un
Really
fucking...
out towards Alba.
Un 1v1, güey, por el amor de Dios.
Should be able to get himself out of there with a satchel. In fact, Molly didn't clear him.
Oh my
okay.
god, bro.
That's nasty. All up, taking a pause into the round here off that initial kill. Just seeing if they can pull any of the Sen players around the map.
It would be a little difficult to retrieve this rifle. Might not be something that is possible to do. The smoke, though.
It's just Sassy who's holding the corner. And like you said, there's a smoke now.
Yeah, now it is possible to go and get that.
So they're calling for a re-clear potentially of their own. Wingman. Rue gets the acknowledgement.
Yeah, somebody's in elbow and also pushed up close. That gives you a good idea. It's going to be a re-hit. Tens takes the fight.
Tens, there's a fault line follow through.
Buena.
There's Elsis close to the corner. Got to get the punish. Through those shots now. They're worried about the TP close to the corner here. Elsis heard that sound cue, but it's all just
30 seconds
feigns
left.
and fakes on top of each
there's
other.
no
There's only
time.
25 seconds left. What do you go for here? I mean, a pause into the play. Going for a re-hit.
20 seconds.
Going for a re-hit.
Tienes que entrar aquí,
Celsius is
güey.
in a committed position.
Really committed. It's the first face coming through. It's just the players of the Sheriffs, and they're all going to be falling now.
Come on, baby.
Fully crumbling. Less.
Let's go.
Makes a decent job. A decent
Let's
goal
go.
of it,
18, güey. 3
Now,
rondas más. Let's go. Come
more
on.
rounds.
Come on.
For the
Come on.
lead here, Sentinels.
Loud look a little lost in that spot, though, man. That was a bit of a disappointing round. I wouldn't be surprised to see them take the timeout, and I think they have, actually. But they call a pause in the round there, right? On their attack side. But there isn't really a threat that they could be going for the hard rotate, because John's still got up all of his Cypher utility. He's got a cam deep in B main, he's got a trip for market, and the players over in A-Link know that there's nobody lurking mid. So what exactly are Sen going to be afraid of? Especially when the wingman catches contact, right? This is...
Call, we go. Don't be scared. Let's go. Good.
Yeah, and on the other side of things, Sen building up that confidence, making sure that everybody's on the same page.
Vibes
Pam,
merchant
pam,
laying
pam.
down.
Timeout. Los veo después de esto. Let's go.
This next rifle round, it's a...
Every now and then you might see it still. Sassy holding the dizzy.
Okay, this time they wait out the knife for the start of the round from Celsius. Right, so Loud have to start a little further back, but they don't give away that there's 2 players over towards A. The stun for them to try to take a little bit of space. And look at John's setup again. Cam for the mid lurk, trip for market. Loud have not been breaking these.
And again, acknowledgement there from Dizzy. Stray shots missed him. Fired off the warning shots, and I know there's somebody, at least one player lurking out towards A.
But they're not scared of mid, and they're not scared of market, because John's utility is still there.
Right inside the smoke. I mean, they're setting up for a pop flash play here. Yep, they can hear it. The door being broken down.
Oh,
They're
no.
trying to find
Oh,
nail
went
control
trade, went
with
trade.
the nade
Oh.
down. How does Second get 2? That is ridiculous. QCK
God
loses
damn.
bodyguard
3 contra
as well,
3, güey.
spot there. Driving.
And it goes down to a 3v3 in a really weird fashion. Sen have committed pretty heavily to the B side of the map. And so Loud have actually managed to find an opening here to go for a post plan.
30 seconds left.
The smoke was in the way at the top section of mid. Second might already be just close with the rocket, but no, has to respect it, wondering if they could be lurking in that potential avenue. So a free plant here. Loud.
And some players in potential positions to play a nice post plan too. You don't have to be worried about the initiator utility from Sen, which is the main part of it. But obviously there's still danger with the paranoia, with the showstopper. Loud get info that there's nobody on the flank.
Yeah, exactly, with that dart. Get around now, and that's a Hunter's Fury to add even more time pressure. Ult committed and stuck. Tens is forwards.
Oh my god, qué buena kill.
Ridiculous. Still with a paranoia, now to Showstopper. Seeking to commit this one. Where these players might be, but the first tap at least forces out the ult. Rocket flying. Again, clears the one, but on top of this corner, on top of the box, 2 years, has to reveal his hand.
Buena.
Spraying it through. Guarding, blocking, all the bullets. Second, sticking. And he's won the round.
Let's go. Let's go. Y luego se lleva la kill. Let's go. W. 11-8, güey.
Look at that, 0.37.
It's wild how close these rounds are getting.
Oh my god.
But also, how on earth are Sen even in position to do that? Tens sticks the ultimate, gets caught by a player. QCK is shooting for like a third of a second before Tens even realizes where he's positioned. Still flicks straight to his head and opens things up. Even when Loud have openings,
Woo!
Sen are still finding their way through. And I said that was going to be the important round.
Exactly.
No le den sus 1v1s a estos pendejos con Sheriff.
Even give you one here. Aftershock at the top cam position used early. That's just a treat. I mean, clear out John QT, who's had that cam at the top section of mid. And Loud have been given control of market, control of mid now.
Yeah, this is a very different flavor to the round. The problem is the weaponry is just so advantage towards Sentinels. Loud have finally got a better macro idea.
Still might be some danger.
Might be too late.
2 players spotted, 1 tagged up here. Shock darts now, and the squeeze is online. QCK is wrapping around. Molly there. Oh, hello. Trip. Tens lit up entirely. Let's loose that paranoia, but that one
No,
way.
güey. Acaban de regalar 2 armas. Puta
Great crunch
madre.
in B main though from Loud.
Yeah.
Sen couldn't figure out how, you know, which direction to go.
Checa tu izquierda, checa tu izquierda, checa tu izquierda.
Pick up Zelsis. All good.
Okay. All good.
And
Fuck. Whoops.
Dart broken.
¿Cómo lo agarró? Oh,
Well
fuck.
tagged there.
Me sorprende que no haya agarrado a Viper, güey.
it was Sadak, who does sometimes play alone on the opposite side of the map. Just to make it feel like there's presence where there isn't any. Sassy gets ult online.
Big one. Pre-firing, hoping on the shot there onto the market trip, but no dice. Still remains up.
So
Oh
John
my.
continues to provide great info to his team.
Hello. Oh, second go for the repick there with the thrash. He's punished.
Fuck.
Yeah. Tekken's been neutralized, to be honest. As much as Kalanzine was bigging him up at the halftime, you know, in the segment talking about Loud's,
Creo que
Sentinel's
aquí van a
strengths,
entrar, güey.
they have managed to neutralize the star player of Sen.
Creo que aquí van a entrar.
They dodge the knife again. This is going to give Loud the perfect timing to go into Sassy. Can he pull out some magic?
Jumping around. Drone hears it. Has to respect it now. It's running away just to get the hell out of there. Doesn't break the drone either, so it clears out the site entirely. No command. Let loose, let rip. Zelsis spreads it wide now. Cross onto the site. Not going to be letting them use that util plant. Stuck here by Kawazin. Tens onto that
One
high
of
ground
nines.
approach. He has found value. If less being removed, that's one of the star players going pound for pound, just removing this one. And a call is made to try and fight this one. Sassy taking it
Sassy
straight to
agarró
him.
uno, güey.
Man in
Buena.
tow, and he just caught the backside. Clips Sadak out towards the back of the head. Flash through
Buena.
the run and gun with a Spectre. Ult denied. 2 years. He's miles away. The knife gives them every single bit of information they could want. Skipping a hop, dodging round. Surely.
Let's go. Oh my god, oh my god. Ya no importa, güey.
Another round where every player on Sen hits the deck and they win it anyway. I was looking at the minimap the whole time at Tui's positioning. He lurked his way fully through B main, walked all the way into Boba, going around the world, and he was way out of time.
I believe that spray didn't catch.
Yeah, it definitely looked like bullets were headed in Tens' direction.
Oh my god.
Can't believe it.
But it's better to be lucky than good, and damn if Tens isn't both.
And this is it, potentially.
Y aquí van a sacar el agro, güey.
QCK. Sliver of an angle, just holding it ADS, but he does not get what he was seeking. Now running away, less.
Güey, Viper, güey, está full A, güey.
Look at this deep lurk.
These are the
Ya
rounds
entró
where
la
Les just
Viper,
decides,
güey.
all right, my team's struggling to come up with an idea. I am going to make the play to win
No.
Goal, Celsius. Wasn't ready for it. Peeking it wide like that, just slowly. Les did manage to vacuum up that space now. There's going to be that re-pick. Sassy just trying to tuck himself into the corner here. Needs some help from the rest of his team. Hunter's Fury trying to collect these kills as well. They're trying to face from Spawn. Run it back there. Actually brought him down with the ult, and Sassy in this entire time somehow has stayed alive. Tucked to the corner. Got a smoke in his back to try and help him out, and everybody's going to be facing him here. Flash in his face.
Oh my god.
But this time Loud.
Barra, John.
Top here. 5
Fuck, man.
alive. John QT might not be long for this world either.
Probably just going to save. I mean, look at the economy of Sen.
¿Qué? Te quedaste dormido, güey, ¿verdad?
Control, and yet you look, because they've died so many times while winning these rounds.
¿Te quedaste dormido o se te
don't
fue el
have
wifi?
an economic cushion to rely on.
Yeah.
So John keeping this weapon online, it does end up being really important.
No,
It's
güey.
coming the entire time. See it in the scam.
No,
It's like a
güey.
mini timeout for him, right?
Exactly.
Sí, güey, no, esto ha estado hermoso esta serie, güey. Se fueron a overtime, güey. En Icebox se fueron overtime.
I'm not sure exactly how he's managed to find that read, that Sen had nobody playing there. Perhaps, even if people were playing there, he was happy to take the fights, just believing in himself. Does John save this?
He needs the rifle.
Oh.
2 years, I mean, he's just making a mockery of him. Jumping through knowing he's low enough.
We are going to be headed into
Oh my god.
the final few rounds here of the match.
Esa kill, güey.
Loud favored to bring it to the final round. And maybe even some OT afterwards.
One enemy remaining.
It's
No,
crazy
güey, no
the
queremos
adaptations that
OT,
these teams
güey.
are
No
willing to
queremos
make.
overtime,
And even if
güey.
it isn't a team-based thing these players are willing to make. Look at this gamble. Sen gambling over towards A because that's where Les found the success previously. Sadak's already swapped it up. They're headed in the opposite direction. Trying to keep it safe, keep everybody together, make sure they can trade out low ecos.
Stampede there, hearing him across the floorboards. Util in the world as well, pointing into that direction, and a fast follow through from Sen. They're going to be chasing the noise cues. Hoping to try and flood in time, but there's nothing to push back this plan. So Kawazi gets into it now. With the ult online if he chooses to expend it, but probably not even necessary.
I mean, a win here for Sen is forcing out those ults, I think.
Yeah.
I'll say that. They could close it out here.
Easy. No one to break, no one to deal with it, but there's a flash using running.
Buena.
They could close it out
Holy,
here.
Okay, drive by, going wide. One player falls, a tap now forces out the snake bites. Have to be utilized here. Kawazin still has the ult, surely. There's no danger.
Oh,
Tense.
tense, güey. Se
Doesn't
estaba
just keep being,
aventando,
but he
güey.
does, straight into them, into their faces, tapping and spraying all the way through rifles. Save the day. John would potentially like to get away with this one, but it's going to the final round of regular time anyway.
Fuck, man.
That's what goes down with the
¿Quién
ship.
gana? Sentinels, obviamente, Romy. Aquí andamos full
I believe
Sentinels.
for a moment there, when
Pero van
Sen had the weapons,
empate 1-1 y ahorita ya es última ronda. So, si Sentinels gana esta, se termina y si no nos vamos a overtime por segunda vez.
One round to decide
So, va a ser
it.
fake para B.
Series end.
Están haciendo fake
Total,
para ir
will
B.
there be that continuation of play? Loud have a chance
Estoy
to take
seguro.
back.
Oh, no.
very early dominance with their utility over towards B main. Paranoia used off the rip from 2Es to make it feel like they're taking early B main control. I think trying to prompt out some kind of aggression in A main and see if they could punish it. Maybe even hoping that Zekan or Sassy would play for the ult orb and they could get that. It really feels like they're trying to trap them going for the A ult orb. Zekan and Sassy are not taking a risk like that to throw away their chance of winning the match and going to meet Gen G in the uppers. So no dice on that early trap.
The deep drone not broken. You can feel it palpable in the air. I mean, thick with tension. Tense. Tiny.
Oh my god, qué buen fucking kill, güey.
But he gets it. Ulted up,
No.
stunned up, will be brought down in the end. So the trade is online here. And a call is made for Sen to scatter. Backing away, playing for the retake here. Sadak is going to go for the plan, but he's ended up just throwing it to the side. He's going to give it to QCK to get that run it back.
Optimizing, but also giving Sen an opportunity to throw in some util early on. They're not going to go for the flood defend though.
Yeah, suppression fading. When is the time to strike? Here it is.
Oh, fuck. ¿Se la quitas, güey? Bueno, nada más dale el minuto.
This play gets caught into the wall there. Unfortunate with it. Still watching, holding for the flash. Anti-positions played. Spam into the box. But it does buy them critical time. Running their way past this one. Are they going to anticipate?
Oh my god.
Nails them to the back wall of Link. The upper second shot goes flying wide. Smoke and disengaging. Back and away. Celsius seeking to clear this one out, but again the time running against them. The rifles have to sing true. They
No,
have to ring
güey,
true,
overtime,
but it will
güey.
not happen. Overtime.
Fuck.
Once more and loud.
Junior, ¿le puedes quitar el timeout y darle un timeout al minuto? Ah, bueno, cuando se termine el minuto, güey, nada más se lo quitas, por favor. Güey, qué buen kill, güey, pero ahí, güey, qué unlucky, güey. Creo que era más lógico que se tratara de hacer doble.
Rolling Thunder was so important.
Qué buena fucking skill.
Remember what Tens was able to do to them over towards B as he teleported into a corner, didn't get away with any shenanigans like that this time. No ops being bought in OT. So no craziness just yet as Loud swapped to the defense side.
That's right.
Remember Sen were trying to set up these mid lurks quite a lot and threaten it.
Too much threat behind it though. Now that dart's going to be fading away. Sen happy to wait it out for the initial 10 seconds. Smokes are propped up.
Yeah, and going for their defensive setup where 2Es is the player holding aggressive over towards A, so they frequently leave 2Es alone in these spots. This time though, he's got backup from Kawanzin. Dizzy off the cam contact. 2Es trying to find a timing to re-paranoia and take position on the A line. Doesn't catch anybody. It's the same kind of thing again here, Bren. Trying to set up this mid lurk of A main distraction.
Yeah.
But I swear, Loud are always super aware of stuff like this.
Deep Smoke did pull Kawazin away. He might be able to react in time though to help 2Es out with a couple of pieces of util. Now time is going to become an issue and a problem. Flash
blind.
through over the top. 2Es just bumbling into the walls there. Lucky he didn't pay for it with his life, but he backs away and now the call is being made. Rotations abound here for
Pero ese güey
Loud.
está arriba de la caja, güey.
Be in position to try to send util to stop this.
Satchel. The pathing over to the top. Plant. Actually going down here, but any sort of util. After shock breaks it. 12 seconds. Time really against them.
Oh
Snake bite
my
dropped
god,
down
no
Loud.
shot.
This is them with a chance to really gain some ground here. Swinging wide to
Buena.
punish. Kawazin, he understood it as a wing con and just decided to take the risk anyway. 2Es fake the TP back, and now they want to fight this one into the back of the site. Double face, the
Buena.
util Sentinels barreling through, finding their own timings.
Buena.
With it, spamming through. Sadak left in a
2v1, 2v1, 2v1.
Second making the wrap around to A-Link.
Sadak sticking this one half onto it, half onto the defuse. He's bought himself a little bit of time, a window potentially, but he just needs a kill, and he's not being given it. He's not being given it. No one will give him an easy.
Let's go!
And face together, it's Sentinels on 13.
They have pulled that one back from the brink. Loud's identification that was an A hit, and the fact that they got players ready to throw utility to stop and put pressure on the plant, that almost won them the round.
Last player standing.
You saw Kawanzin just barreling over the top
Oh
of the
my
box,
god.
trying to end the round instantly by denying the plant. But not everybody on the same page, and it gave Sen an opportunity. They're up on match series point.
The time.
Let's fucking go, come on. Una última ronda.
Snowball out of control with these rounds, and you're right. Match point, map point, series point, whatever you want to call it here. It's Sentinels in that driving seat.
This time, John Cutie hasn't put a setup for mid control as well, or mid information. So he's got the cam in market, but he is going to need to rely on other people watching the top of mid.
Oh,
So that's
fuck.
going to weaken potentially the A side of the map. So they're kind of cheating here, going for a very aggressive, strong B hold, but a weak A, playing retake A. We haven't really seen Sen in this match pull off the retake A superbly, but it does exist.
Tense at this angle, man. I mean, a high-low position. You can't account for the two spots that he could be peeked from. The flash in his face was not turned in time.
Doesn't make a footstep though, so they don't know exactly where he's positioned to punish him.
Moves his way out. Cam broken there from the shutdown.
Y ya van B,
Going
güey.
into the heavy B setup.
Into it indeed. Potentially into the jaws of
Buena.
defeat. Zekken. He's found his slice. Sadak removed. And
Come on,
now
come on.
Fusion
Come on.
It's a frantic play from Loud. Which direction did it go into? The one-way stopping them. Ults. And util has to be used now to clear it. Back
Come on,
through.
nice.
Spike's been dropped down. And time against them entirely. Pop flash play.
Come on. Dos más, güey.
And two potentially to fall. 2 years and less together now. Tapping it out, but there is no chance. There is no hope.
Let's go! Let's go! Sentinels, güey. Holy shit. Guys. Como acaban de ver, Sentinels acaba de avanzar a la Upper Bracket Finals. Van a jugar contra Gen G mañana. Y vamos a ver a Loud contra PRX, que va a ser 2 partidas fenomenales. El que pierda de PRX contra Loud se va a ir a su casa. Y el que gane va a jugar contra el perdedor de Sentinels con Gen G. Y de ahí ya vamos a tener a nuestros finalistas. Los veo ahí mañana y espero que les esté gustando. Peace.